bottom flew, boy.
It's been a while since part 6. So here's where we left off. Valentine's night ended with Latoria Waller found dead inside the home. Authorities first labeled it an overdose, until doctors found a bullet lodged inside her body with no exit wound. Instantly, overdose became homicide. Detectives turned to her boyfriend, Skip, the last person with her. And on the night Latoria was killed, he was seen running down the street barefoot, panicked and confused. Investigators think he may have been trying to hide a gun or stash drugs before police arrived. But the gun is still missing. Detectives are waiting on GBI test results, hoping to tie everything together. Then a mysterious suicide letter appeared out of nowhere. Nobody knows who wrote it or why it suddenly surfaced. Not confirmed, not verified, just there. Detectives also talked to the neighbors, the ones whose yard Skip ran into. The same yard where a mysterious suitcase popped up with no explanation at all. And now, after chasing names for months, detectives finally tracked down someone they've been trying to reach since the beginning, Kamisha. Detective Butch catches her at her job, and the interview happens right there inside his truck. And here's why she matters. Kamisha wasn't a neighbor or a friend of a friend. She was inside the house hours before the shooting. She saw the vibe, the energy, the tension, all the stuff that doesn't show up on reports. And detectives are especially interested in one moment from earlier that night. Skip gave her a compliment, told her she looked nice, said he liked her lashes, and depending on who you asked, that might have sparked tension between him and Latoria. Was it harmless? Did it trigger jealousy? Did it shift the mood inside that house? Detectives need to know what she saw and what the atmosphere was like before everything went left. We're not giving away what she told them. You'll hear the footage yourself. This is where part 7 begins. Body cam on.
Hey, come on. How are you?
I'm all right. How you?
I'm well. Look, I apologize for calling you from work or getting you bothered at work.
Oh, no. I reckon I've been waiting on you anyway.
Is that right? Why?
I mean, same reason why you're here.
I know. I got you. Well, you know, it took me a while to figure out who I was trying to get in touch with, because all I had was a Kermish, and I was like, I just kept hunting, and nobody seemed to be able to tell me who it was. And anyway, I kind of started getting it put together. Actually, today I kind of figured out.
How you find out it was me?
A combination of different things. So you date Quay, and that's Quada Gibson.
Mm-hmm.
So I basically figured out who you were by trying to track him down a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So ultimately, I'm wanting to just kind of figure a couple of things out. I guess y'all were together Valentine's Day, you and Quay and Johnny and whoever else was there. Kind of just run me down that evening of events. What time you got there, what time you left, what all was kind of going on.
Well, I don't know. I think we got, I'd say around 9 or 10-ish. I can't say for sure.
Okay. Was that before or was that after Nanny went out to get dinner?
I don't know about that though.
I was told Nanny went out. I was told White Boy Wayne and Ashley came and picked her up. They were supposed to go out to dinner, and that White Boy Wayne came and picked her up and then came back with some dinner. Was that before or after you were there?
They got to be before I was there.
Okay.
Now, we was supposed to go out to dinner, but we didn't ever go because it was too packed. Well, they told me it was too packed.
Right.
But I didn't see no dinner or none of that now.
Okay.
So I don't know about that part.
Okay. All right. So you got there about 9. What time did you leave that night?
I want to say a little before 2, maybe.
A little before 2?
Maybe
Okay.
1:30-ish, 2. I can't be exact now with time because I can't say. But yeah, maybe about 1:32-ish.
Okay.
Around in that area.
So the time that you were there from 9 to 2-ish, 9 to 1:30-ish, what were y'all doing? I mean,
we played, listened to music and talked and just sat around.
Who all was there, I guess? Let me start with that.
Nanny, Her boyfriend.
Nanny and Johnny.
Yeah,
or
Johnny.
Skip.
Little Skip. Yeah, that's what I call it. That's
That's
why I
fine.
say her boyfriend.
Yeah.
And me, Quate. Damn. And then you gonna have me. I don't know these people real names now.
It's all right.
I think his brother was there.
Talking about Carlos.
Yeah, Low
or Blue.
See, that's what I'm telling y'all. Yeah, the brother was there, and he said a girl was there, but I didn't never see her.
Okay.
So I don't know. And
And that was Lowe's girlfriend. You never seen. You never seen.
No,
her.
I ain't never see her at all. I seen Low, but I didn't see the girl. But they said, he was back there with his girlfriend. I assumed that's why he was back there in the back.
I got you.
But I didn't never see her. And
how much did you see Lowe? Was he in and
he
out?
went in and out, like
Okay.
from the room to the kitchen, maybe, like, or to the bathroom, something like that.
Yeah. So y'all were just kind of hanging out in the living room area, living room, kitchen,
Yeah, listening to music on the thing. And,
on the big screen.
yeah.
I got you.
And we just was, chilling. They were talking, and we just, hanging around. And Kingpin, I don't know these people real name.
Kingpin. I ain't heard that name.
But we just was chilling.
Okay. Anybody else there besides Kingpin that so it was Lowe and his girlfriend, you and Quay or Quate, Skip and Nanny.
It was another boy, but I don't know his name.
Okay.
I don't know his name.
So y'all were just really just
We
partying, having a good time?
Yeah, just chilling. I mean,
Okay.
we just hanging out.
Okay.
We stayed there for a few hours and then we left. I don't know what the world they had going on.
Okay. When you left, who all was there?
When I left, all was there was Skip, Nanny, Low, and the girl, I assume. I didn't ever see the girl, but
I got you.
assume.
Okay. So it was just, as far as you know, it was just the four of them.
As far as I know now.
Okay. During the time when you all were there, was there any fussing, fighting going on? Any arguing going on?
No, I thought they was in love. Seriously, I didn't.
Right.
I ain't see no kind of mini argument, no fussing,
Right.
no. I ain't see none of that.
Okay. And I'm just bringing this up because Johnny himself had made comment. Oh, that's your phone. I was going to say my phone's ringing. Did Johnny make any comments to you about your hair, your makeup, or what you were wearing, or anything like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
He said that I looked pretty, and I had cause I guess I don't really go out often.
Understand.
So I guess maybe that was the first time he ever saw me like that.
Dressed up.
Cause I don't never really go out and hang out with them often. Cause
Okay.
I stay at home. Because of this here, I reckon reason why I don't go nowhere. Cause shit like that be happening. But I don't really go nowhere. So yeah, he did comment my hair and my outfit.
Okay.
And I ain't having no makeup, but yeah.
Was he flirting with you or anything like that?
No, I've been knowing him forever.
Okay.
Because I've been knowing John for a long, long time. His daddy used to date my mama when we were little, so I've been knowing him forever. So, no, it wasn't nothing. I didn't take it like that.
Right.
I don't know if nobody else took it like that, but I didn't take it like that. I thought maybe I really thought he was being funny, like.
Or complimentary.
Saying that he never, seen me like that before.
Sure.
That's what I thought.
Okay. What about their relationship? Do you ever know them to fuss and fight and argue?
Now, that's another thing. I don't really know nothing about their relationship. Now, I know they've been going together for a while, but that was like my second time, like, being with them, like.
Out in a social setting?
Yeah, I ain't never really, because I don't really go around. I've been knowing Skip, but, like, I don't really go around them like that because I just.
How long have you known Nanny?
That was the second time I ever met Nanny. I ain't never really.
That's strange because Skip said, and that kind of explains.
I mean, you know how you know people, but.
Well, he said that you and Nanny were like childhood friends.
Oh.
That's how I understood it. Does that make sense?
Well, not really.
I mean, I don't know. That's why I'm asking you.
I mean, no, I don't. You know how you know of people, but I don't like know her personally. Like,
So you knew who she was. Y'all just weren't, but y'all weren't childhood friends. It's not like, like when I think of my childhood friends, they're people I grew up with that I knew.
Oh no.
So.
I don't even know how old Nanny is. How old is she? 30.
30 something, 32, 34.
No, 36.
So y'all weren't too far apart in age, but you know, because one of the things that happened was when I was talking to her family, I said, look, I said, this name, and it was either Kamisha or Carnisha. I said he's making the comment that they were childhood friends, and they're like, they couldn't come up with anybody. They come up with a Kenesha Glenn, but I could never tie a Kenesha Glenn back to Nanny or Skip or Quate or anybody like that. So I'm like, well, where is this name? So I'm trying to figure out where this name popped in, and then all of a sudden I got your name.
Now
today,
my
and I was
sister
like,
named Tiffany Glenn, but
well,
I don't know if they would have got it mixed up. I don't know.
maybe who knows?
Yeah.
But
because I think my sister do know her, but
she does, but she
Yeah.
doesn't. She hadn't really been around her much,
no,
or you know.
not lately. Mm-hmm.
So you were closer friends with Johnny than you were with Nanny.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I really don't have friends.
Okay.
You know, I've been knowing Johnny a long time and all that, but I ain't gonna say I'm nobody friend.
I got you. So, Quate's closer with Johnny than you are with Johnny.
Mm-hmm.
Quate's closer with Nanny than you are with Nanny. Is that kind of a fair representation? So to speak?
I don't know how well Quate know Nanny, because you know I don't really hang out with Quate friends like that.
Okay.
I don't not every blue moon, like once or twice, maybe 9, then 7, 8 months from now, you know, something like that. I don't
got
really
you.
hang out with Quate here friends.
So are you and Quate a regular dating couple? Do y'all date all the time? Or are you like, or do y'all just hang out together every once in a while, off and on in a relationship? Or
Well, we date kind of regular,
okay,
2-3 weeks at a time.
I got you. I understand. I got you.
Whenever we can put up with each other.
I get it.
Yes.
I'm sure us men are hard to put up with, ain't we? What do you do with us?
Stay single.
Stay single?
Yeah, just stay at home to church. Sometimes it's meant to be a woman and her kids. I figured that out in life.
I got you. I understand. Because women, they never have any problems, do they?
We
Yeah.
do. We do.
I'm just playing.
We do. We do have problems, but some they.
I know it.
Don't say they be small
I'm
problems.
just playing. So you didn't see, there was nothing going on, everybody was getting along just fine, and
They were getting along just fine. They had like blow my head off. I was so shocked. They didn't know what to do.
right?
Seriously, I did not believe it. I mean, I didn't get that impression while I was there. That
Right.
They was
Fussing and fighting.
fussing, fighting. You know.
And I mean, who knows? I mean, I found several empty liquor bottles and stuff over there. Maybe after a while,
Well,
was there quite a bit of drinking going on?
I mean, somewhat, yes.
Somewhat, a little bit.
I ain't a heavy drinker, but you know, I can't speak for everybody else.
I got you.
But yeah.
Yeah, I seen some Cuervo bottles and some Fireball bottles. A few beer cans, it seems like I remember seeing.
Yeah.
So,
But I didn't get that impression from them that it was.
yeah.
I didn't get it.
Do you know Johnny to have a violent temper or anything like that? Has he ever been out of the way physically with you or in front of you or anything? Or
He always sweet to me. Then he got one on.
well, now.
I mean, yeah, now.
Yeah.
So I ain't feel no kind of threat between nobody, cause I thought he was handicapped. I mean, not
Yeah.
handicapped, but you know.
Well, and I'm not saying he was a threat to anybody. I don't. That's what I'm trying to piece together.
Yeah.
Is
I mean,
why it
I
happened.
yeah. I didn't figure that he would get into no
Because whatever.
nothing with one arm.
Right. Well, because whatever ignited this issue happened basically right after you left. I'm not saying it's you.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, you're telling me that you left somewhere 1:30, 2 o'clock-ish, and we got a 911 call at 2:30, roughly thereabouts. So whatever happened. I mean, you left and went. I take it you went home.
I went home, yeah.
So you went home. Everybody else is gone. The four of them are there, and within 30 minutes of you all leaving the party, this occurred. So,
but I don't know, cause she
What-
said she had to go to work. I thought it was like the end of the night for everybody.
right.
So
What can you tell me about their bedroom? Anything strange, odd about it, or
no, they had. I mean,
have you ever been in their bedroom before?
I have.
Okay.
They got I ain't seen nothing but a bed, a chair, and like I guess a projector screen, what you want to call it.
Right. Yeah, projection, some kind of
Yeah.
video system.
Mm-hmm.
What about the bedroom door? Was there any problems with the bedroom door?
Oh, no, I ain't see. Did they have? Like going in and out the door?
Mm-hmm.
Not that I know though.
So everything was normal as far as you know,
I mean,
being with the door?
yeah. If I think about it, nothing didn't catch my attention that it was wrong with it, broken or nothing like that.
Okay. Okay.
This is what I hate about somebody asking you questions. Cause when you in the moment, you don't really think about little stuff like this that would matter.
And
then now that I go back and think about it, I'm like, I don't know. I mean, you never think that an event you at gonna be. Sometimes you got to recall what's going on. Yeah.
But and you might not recall it if you were just to look at it and go. You might not make a mental note of it.
Mm-hmm.
So
I know, but it would. Yeah.
So it's understandable that you wouldn't, but I mean, it just is what it is. I mean, but that's why I asked the questions. I just kind of ask the questions and see what. I'm not trying to plant seeds in your head.
No.
I'm trying to just elicit or solicit information from you that might snap a memory and you go, oh yeah, this.
But no, they didn't catch my attention.
So.
And another thing, now their house wasn't like all put together, so it was like in the back area. I guess maybe you saw it was like stuff everywhere.
When you say the back area, what do you describe?
Like
as
the room, because when you get ready to go in that room, it's like I guess a laundry area or whatever that is.
Okay,
before
right there
you go
off
in
the
that
kitchen.
room, yeah.
Okay.
And it was kind of cluttered, so I really didn't pay attention to it because it had all kind of stuff
there was stuff
everywhere,
around each wall. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I really didn't. I don't like junk. So when I saw it, I just like went on straight on through it. I didn't really even. But I know it was like all kind of. Yeah, the living room
seemed to be the most put together room.
Yes.
The kitchen had a table in the center, but there was stuff on top of the table.
Everywhere, stuff everywhere. So
I don't know what the rest of the house was like as far as down the hallway to.
No, I just went to the bathroom down the hall. I ain't never really been
Gotcha.
like through their house, but I've been in their room.
Right.
But
nothing strange in their room.
Nothing but mess. I mean, nothing but shit everywhere. Excuse my French.
I got you. Yeah,
like clothes everywhere,
Have you ever seen any firearms in the house while you were there? Any guns? Do you know Latoria, Nanny to have a gun, or Johnny to have a gun, or at all?
No.
No. All right. Because there was definitely one there. You know what I'm saying?
Obviously.
Yeah, there was definitely a firearm in the room.
Obviously.
So.
I ain't see. I'm scared. I don't do guns. I'm scared of them.
Well, if you're not familiar with them,
I ain't familiar with them, and every time I be around, when my heart start beating, I don't know. I'm a scared person. I'm scared of height. I'm scared of guns. I'm scared of everything. I don't know.
Never had any experience. Nobody ever take you out and let you target shoot with a handgun?
Hell no. I'm scared. I don't even want to. If I see a gun, I ain't even gonna touch it. Like some people would. I ain't even gonna touch it. I done been in this, I guess, similar situation like that. When what her name? I can't even think of her name. Tanya Massey got killed. I wasn't there, but they were like by my house, and it's scary. I just don't. I don't deal with guns.
You used to live over there by where?
Yes.
Is that right?
Yes. Scary. So I don't do guns. I just don't do it. I'm scared of them.
You've just been around. You've had some bad experiences.
I guess it's like it's the men I date. It got to be. I got to do better. Yeah, I know. I have to say it out loud sometimes. Sometimes hear it and know that it's.
Need a mirror? We can pull the mirror down. Let you talk to yourself.
If you ain't had that paper, that probably would.
I don't know if there's a mirror above that visor.
But yes.
That's so funny.
Oh shit.
I
don't know.
All right.
I don't know if I'm much help to you.
Anything else you can tell me about? I mean, you're more help than what you realize.
Was in love, seriously.
Well, look.
Like you don't never know what's going on in nobody's relationship.
That's right.
Seriously, but I didn't get that. I thought they was in love. Like, I didn't get it.
Well, and that very well could be that they were in love, but something.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. But I'm just saying, when I left, I thought I don't know. I didn't get it. I didn't get that vibe.
Was there any? And I'm afraid if I ask the question, I know what the answer is going to be already. But was there any drug use going on while you were there at the house?
Nah.
Smoking weed, crack cocaine?
Nah, we ain't smoke no weed, and I don't do no crack cocaine, so I don't know what they did.
Okay.
But I know I didn't do nothing. Nah. Okay. And when I be around, they know I don't do things. They ain't gonna do it in front of me.
I got you.
So I don't know if.
So if they did it, they might have went outside.
They would
somewhere.
Do it on their,
Gotcha.
Not in front of me.
Wondered,
I don't do that. And I guess people feel funny when they be around people that don't do what they do, and they ain't do it in front of
Understand.
me.
I got you.
So.
Will Quate talk to me? Probably not. Probably so.
I don't know. I mean, I don't see why you wouldn't, but I can't say you want.
Well, I understand. I mean, I get it. Look,
you want me to give her your number?
No, I mean, you can give him my number. I've already got his, I think. I meant to grab my note off my desk that had it on there, but I
got a folder full of stuff. Lord have mercy.
Oh, this is just my collection of stuff. I mean, I even got you.
Let me see me.
Just your driver's license picture.
Oh, I just finna say, cause I ain't got no mugshot, I hope.
Yeah, no mugshot, no mugshot.
I'm trying to be good. I'm scared of the jail.
Yeah, no, I don't have any mugshots of you, just your driver's license picture. I do that just so I can make sure I know who I'm speaking with. She's still living over on Old Stage? Okay. I may just reach out to him and see if I can talk to him. Now, I guess I'd really prefer you don't let him know I'm going to come talk to him, because I don't want him to go on the run and hide. Cause the only reason I say that is because I worked a different case where he was a potential victim, and I reached out to talk to him, and he would just never talk to me, and he was the victim. You know what I'm saying? So it's like,
They don't know. You know how these people deal with the police. I don't mind talking to the police. I don't want them looking for me, because I ain't did that, and I don't plan on doing that.
Well, that's always my thing.
I be willing to talk, because I ain't did now. I don't want you looking for me, and I'm going to be good. I'm going home.
Right.
I can't deal with these people.
I know
I'm scared of jail.
Yep.
I can't. I already got.
Well, your sister asked me. She said, "Oh Lord, she do something?" I said, "No."
She know I ain't did nothing. I ain't doing nothing.
Well, I know, but from out of the blue, I just reach out and say, "Hey,
And then that's what I said. I said, "Why they couldn't find me? I had the same number forever. I don't know why they couldn't find me."
Well, I did get the 0836 number. I did get that, and I thought, well, before I just call and find out, let me call somebody I do know that can tell me if you guys were truly friends. Otherwise, I wasn't going to bother you. And I'd go trying to chase this other Kenesha down, but see, it took me a little bit to kind of narrow my selection pool down to you. So, all right. So let me make sure I kind of covered all my bases. So y'all were there from like 9 until 1:32ish. You all left. You went home. Did Quate go home with you then that night? Okay. We don't know where Kingpin and the other fella went, but they weren't there.
I don't know where they went.
You know who White Boy Wayne is?
I know White Boy Wayne.
Okay. So he wasn't there. Y'all never seen him?
I ain't see White Boy Wayne.
Okay. Okay. So during the whole time you were there was no fuss and no fighting? Everybody just having a few drinks, getting along?
There wasn't no fuss and no fight. Me and Nanny kind of... clicked and talked, and I want to say we took a Snapchat picture. We just, two girls, and then we let the men but we all just sat in the same spot. But me and her were sitting beside each other. We talked, and they talked, and
right.
We just.
Does Johnny does he like to flirt with the women? Do you know? Is he a flirtatious kind of guy?
Not that I know of. I mean. He friendly, he talk, but I don't know about flirtatious. I mean, I just don't get the flirt. vibe from him, I
got
guess,
you.
because I don't look at him like that. He's just
Right.
friend. I've been knowing him since forever, so
Right.
I don't get the flirtation vibe from him, but I don't know what he do. Like
but
I
if he
said,
never-
I don't hang out with them regularly. But
I just
don't
wonder
know.
if he were to make some comments.
And I don't know how that made her feel.
You know, wonder how it
when
made her feel.
Yeah, I don't know how that made her feel, and if
Yeah.
cause can't believe you know that.
Know
How you
what?
know about the compliments? He must say that. I can't because
tried.
I didn't think it was that serious. I
tried.
thought it was just like a.
I get it, but see, sometimes it's little things, like you hear on TV.
Yeah,
oh,
I ain't even think no more about it.
I know it. But see, so part of what I try to do is I'm trying to figure out what set this off. What was the catalyst? So, sex, drugs, and money go a lot with homicides.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Well, if you and Johnny weren't having a thing, that means the sex is out.
Yes, I.
If y'all ain't fussing and fighting over drugs,
I don't do no.
then the drugs piece of it out.
Yes, I.
If there's a love issue, then so I'm trying to figure out what was the catalyst, because the families always want to know, well, why did this happen? And then a lot of times I can't give them a why. I can just tell them, look, here's what happened, here's what transpired. I don't know the why. And a lot of times the offenders won't tell you why. So a lot of times that question goes unanswered, but I try to find out, or I try to come up with a plausible idea that fits with the evidence as to why something occurred. And and that's where I'm at with what I'm doing. I'm trying to figure out why, what happened, because just like you said, well, I thought they were in love.
I thought they was all right.
Other people have said, look, and I get what they're doing. I get word that, well, their relationship might have been a little volatile, and that's kind of a soft way of saying there was some physicalness in it. But then when I confront those people with that information, they'll say, well, they fussed and they argued like most people do, but I never really seen them, push and shove and hit each other.
I ain't never really been around them like that, so I don't know how their relationship was, but I know from what I understand, they've been going together for a while, and I thought I don't know what to take from them. When I was around them, they seemed lovey-dovey. I don't know if it was a front or what, but they didn't seem. I don't know if it was the alcohol that made them lovey-dovey, and then it went
sideways.
Made them I don't know, but
I got you. When
I was around, they seemed lovey-dovey. They didn't seem like they always said how much they loved each other, and I don't know.
Okay. Well, I'm working it. That's all I can say is I'm working
know what
it.
happened too.
I mean, obviously you got my number now, so I mean, if you hear something, if you talk to Quate or whatever, and he says something, or whatever, if he's willing to come talk to me, let me know. I'm gonna try to reach out to him probably tomorrow and see if I can, get him to talk to me for a few minutes. All I can do is keep knocking on doors and see what happens.
You got my number, brother, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if I was much help, but
how much I can't put a grade on it, but I mean, at the end of the day, you help me out with some information and confirm some of what I already knew and leave me questioning some of my other stuff as far as.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's not your fault. No, it's just, it's not that it's leaving me questions. It's, if some things didn't stick out in your head, then it may be just stuff that you just didn't pay attention.
You got me feeling sad.
So don't feel sad.
Because you asked me about the compliment. I don't want to be the reason why the altercation. I didn't think that, but I didn't never think no more about it. But for you to know about it, it must be somewhat. I don't like that.
Well, I don't.
So bad.
I don't know that that's it either. I don't know that that's what set it off.
I hope it ain't.
Now, it could be that maybe that was what set it off tonight, but maybe that might have been what's been going on for the last 3, 4, 5 years, however long they've been together. You know what I mean? So it may be one of those things that this was a alcohol fueled, argument that maybe Ms. Waller took it sideways, and he made some comment to you. but maybe that comment was compounded over the years of those same kind of comments. So, so that's why I was asking you, is he flirtatious? Does he, carry on with the women kind of like that? And I'm trying to figure that piece of it out. So.
This is going to be off the record. I always thought he was kind of, like, slow, like, not like, I mean, like, just somewhat not all there.
Understand?
So I ain't never looked at him like that.
Right.
Because
well,
and I didn't. I was always shocked he had a girlfriend.
And that may be why, if he made those comments to you, that they didn't come across flirtatious.
Yeah, because he's. I ain't trying to talk about him or nothing like that.
No, I got you.
He just seemed like he's just, just a little.
I got
slow,
you.
Like.
Well, I mean, he may not have been the person for you, the guy for you. Yeah. Now, if it was somebody else.
Yeah, obviously, because he got children and woman and all, but
right.
Just didn't.
How many kids do he have?
I don't know, but I know he got a daughter the same name as my daughter. He got a daughter named Camille and my daughter named Camille. I don't know how many he got. Got 2, 3, 4. Got a good bit, I think.
Same baby mamas or different baby mamas?
No, he got one with 2 or 3 baby. He got 1, 2, maybe 2, 3 baby mamas, probably.
Gotcha.
But I know I see he got a little boy. I don't think he got that with the same one he got the girls with. I don't know. Like, see, I know Skip, but I don't know him like that. 'Cause I don't hang around with him. I have a somewhat boyfriend that hang with them, but I don't hang with them because that ain't my cup of tea.
I got you.
And it just ain't my cup of tea.
I got you.
I try to hang with them, but I can't.
Takes some work, doesn't it?
Yeah, and they stay up late, and I don't stay up late. I go to sleep.
Right.
They drink more than I drink. When I get drunk, I be ready to go to bed. See, they can go drink all night. I can't do this.
Right.
I want to go to bed.
I got you.
So,
all right. Well, I won't keep you, but I appreciate your time.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
And I don't want you to call me, but call me if you need.
I will. I don't want to have to call you none either. But if I call you, it's because I got a question.
Oh Lord.
All right.
All right.
Thank you.
Tell me your name again.
Butch, BUTCH. You want one of my cards?
Yeah, give me a card. Damn, Butch, you got a heave-o.
I've had it
How long you been doing this?
Well, I've had these cards for about 10 years, but that's all I've been doing investigations since 2013. I think that's right. So
you're pretty easy to talk to. I like you.
I try to be nice and easy.
Yeah.
So, all right, Miss Kamisha, thank you.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Have a good day.
You too.
After Detective Butch wrapped up his conversation with Kamisha in the truck, he headed straight over to speak with Carl Waller, Latoria's father. From the case file, you can tell their relationship had its ups and downs like most families, but Carl still cared about his daughter deeply. And before anything else, Butch wanted to offer his condolences. This wasn't just another interview. This was a father who had just lost his child in the most violent and confusing way possible. Butch needed to know what Carl could tell him about Latoria, and more importantly, what he knew about the relationship between Skip and Latoria. Were there arguments? Were there red flags? Was anything going on behind closed doors that could help the investigation? And this moment is also where Detective Butch brings up something for the very first time in the story. The letter, a so-called suicide letter that had mysteriously surfaced after her death. A letter nobody had seen before. A letter with handwriting people weren't sure matched Latoria's. A letter that didn't mention Skip at all. Something about it just didn't sit right. We're not diving deep into that yet. That comes later. But this is the first point in the investigation where Butch needs to ask Carl what he thinks about it. Did it make sense to him? Did it sound like his daughter? Did he believe she ever had a reason to write anything like that? We'll hear how Carl responded and what he was able to share about his daughter, her life, and her relationship with Skip. Body cam on.
So your daughter's Latoria, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, well, look, so let me start off just telling you, I apologize for the loss in your family and the loss of your daughter. I'm the lead investigator on her case, and I really just kind of wanted to touch base with you and see if you knew any background information about her and her boyfriend, Johnny Chapple, things like that, and see if there's anything you could help me out with.
Here's a girl called me, about a week and a half ago.
Okay.
and said she had been in 10. She wanted to call him, but you know she know I was going through some stuff, and she told me, say, that guy my daughter was going with and her, they had been to a party at somebody's house that night,
Okay.
and said they both of them, I think they had been drinking some beer or whatever and
Yes,
stuff,
sir.
and so
Turn that down.
when they got home, I don't know, it's something about she got mad with him because I think he called himself kind of run around on it and stuff like that.
Okay.
Because my old lady up in Jones County said, one of her cousins there said, that why she stopped coming down there to Food Depot, cause he always be kind of get fresh with her
Okay.
every time when they come in there. So from everything I gather, she be raising sand with him about that running around and stuff. Cause I reckon she don't want to catch no STD and all
Or
that
something,
kind of stuff,
yeah.
you know,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that. And you know, basically that about all I know. But from what but what I be hearing in the street, they say he always did call himself kind of run around on him, you know. But
Okay.
I really don't know too much more behind it, you know.
Do you know anything about their relationship? Did he ever get physical with her? Did she get physical with him as far as fussing and fighting, or was there any just arguing going on? Or
Yeah, he was. I heard they used to argue a lot, and I think they got to fight a couple times.
okay, but nothing that you've seen or witnessed, or
I
that
ain't
she
never
told you
witnessed.
directly about it. Okay.
I ain't nothing I seen. You know.
Right. Okay.
I heard they will get to fighting.
I understand. Do you know how close were you with your daughter? I mean, were y'all estranged, or were y'all pretty close? Or
Well, pretty close.
okay, did you ever hear of somebody by the name of Kamisha, or a Carnisha,
I don't know who them is.
or a Quay?
Really, I don't know. I don't know who all she hang around. And
Okay. I'm just trying to track down some other names that I've heard, just so I can kind of, I'm trying to exhaust every effort that I've tracked these names down. They just.
I tell you who might can tell you who she is. That'll be her mama. Her mama ought to know who they is.
And that's Miss Sonia. No, Sandra. Yeah.
Yeah, she'll be able to tell you. Cause from the best of my knowledge, I heard she hadn't stayed with them a couple of months.
Okay. Yeah, I've checked with her, and I've checked with a couple of her cousins and her aunt to see if they knew. Nobody could really put me in touch with specifically who it was. I've got a person I'm trying to track down or run down to see if that's who it is. But I just, it's not that they would know anything particular about the incident that happened that night. It's just it's just a name that came up, and I want to touch base with them is all. Kind of like your name. Somebody had mentioned I might ought to talk to you, and so your name popped up, so I thought I'd sneak out and come talk to you. Do you have any letters or anything that Latoria, that Nanny sent to you at all?
No, she never wrote me no letters.
Okay. Would you recognize her handwriting if you've seen it?
I couldn't.
Probably not. Okay, that's fine. I'm just trying to.
Somebody done wrote some kind of letter.
Well, there's a rumor of a letter floating around, and I'm just trying to, and I've got a copy of it. I just.
What, a suicide letter, sir?
Allegedly, yeah. It's all in how you read it.
No, it ain't no doubt.
So
that girl she not suicidal.
She wasn't suicidal.
No.
All right. She wasn't suffering from depression or anything like that that you know of.
No.
Okay.
She was a happy child.
Okay. All right. All right. You think anything I need to know that might kind of help put some of this to? Who was she closest to? Do you know? Who would be her best friend in all the world if she were to turn to somebody?
She had to turn to somebody. I said her cousin Surveiller.
Surveiller. Okay.
Yeah, Surveiller.
I got you.
Yeah.
All right.
Cause a lot of times when they come over, them two be together. So
Okay.
I call them road dogs.
I got you.
Yeah.
I got you. So that's Surveiller Bell.
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah. I spoke to Savela on a couple of occasions, and she's kind of helped me try to figure out who this Kamisha person is. So, and they're not real sure. So,
And here's one more. Her Savala's sister. She got a sister. I can't think of her name too now. Cause I know Savala's sister and my daughter from time to time they will swap vehicles.
okay.
Cause her cousin had a lot of children, and by my daughter had that Tahoe, it was
She had more room. I got you.
Yeah, they used to swap cars a lot.
So that'd be Sharika?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
that name, Sharika. Yeah.
I got you. Yeah, I'm gonna reach out to her yet. She just had a baby here not too long ago, so I'm giving her and the baby a chance to kind of, get settled in at home, that kind of thing. So, and then
okay.
hopefully she'll want to speak to me. So, anyway, well, all right. Well, look, I'll get out of your way. Look like you was over there working or hanging out with the other fellas over there.
Yeah, I just got over there. Got me a load of scrap iron up. I'm finna go haul off some copper and metal.
I got you.
Yeah, we'll be doing that mechanic work when we break them
Yeah.
cars down.
That's right.
So, I ain't know about saving no scrap part that stuff and bring them her money, man.
It all adds up after a while.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It all
I
adds
took off
up.
old little light load last week, got $200-something.
Is that right?
Yeah,
Can't beat it.
couple old radiators and stuff like that.
Yes, sir.
Got that what is that copper, old copper radiator. Man, them things bring good money.
They make a few dollars, doesn't
Yes,
it?
sir. Yes,
All
sir.
right. I'll get out of your way, buddy.
All right.
All right.
Yeah.
I apologize for
No, ain't
having
no
your truck
harm,
across the
anything.
property and stuff, but
No, anything. Yeah, but like I said, he could never look me in my eyes. I always thought on him like that. If you talking to my daughter, when you talk, you supposed to be looking me in my eyes when I'm talking to you. You always
Yes, sir.
had your head down. A person keep their head down like that, they kind of sneaky about something. That's what I always come up with.
I understand. How long were they together?
I imagine 2 to 3 years.
2 to 3 years. And they never, and Latoria never had kids.
No, I never had no children.
Well, I don't know if we'll ever figure out why it happened.
He ain't gonna tell it. Right?
I don't know. He's not talking to us now. So, which is, if I were in his boat, I probably wouldn't talk to him either. It just is what it is. All I do is just keep interviewing people and working the cases. Information comes in and evidence comes in. I just keep, chasing that evidence and
Is he in isolation?
I don't know where the jail has him right now.
But I'm gonna tell you now. A guy came, a couple of weeks ago, came and told me, said, "Man, they tell me they whooping on that joker tail inside that jail."
Yeah, I don't know that he's in isolation. He was initially. They put everybody in isolation because of the COVID issues, and then they'll move them from kind of like an isolation area into more of a general population. But I know he's got that hand injury, so he's probably in one of our medical dorms where that's, folks with other injuries that need to be a little more protected than just putting them in general population. So, yeah, so our jail staff and the jail administration, they try to do all they can to make sure everybody's protected and stuff like that. So, yeah, but.
This right here might drag for a couple more months before you go to trial on it.
It'll be probably another 7, 8, 9 months. Yeah, it's going to be a while because it takes 7, 8 months just to get all the lab results back.
Another thing like that too. He ain't finna come back that jail.
Now that's not my decision. That's a judge decision. At some point, his attorney can request a bond, and if a judge sets him a bond, if he gets somebody to sign that bond, then he can get out. So that's not something I have control over.
Yeah, but he's still gonna have to go to court behind there.
At some point, yes, sir. Yeah, at some point he'll either have to make a plea deal or go to trial and try to beat the charges. Now he's been indicted, so and I forget he's been indicted on 7 or 8 different charges. So that much has happened so far.
Yeah, I did see the paper.
Okay.
Yeah, somebody bought me the paper. Yeah, they say the paper.
Okay, good. Yeah, so so he's been indicted, so we're that far into it. But now it's going to slow way down just simply because we're waiting on crime lab stuff to come back, and there's a whole bunch of stuff that the crime lab's got to do. And they work at a different pace than I do. So, yeah. So plus they've got the whole, they've got more cases than just my case coming to their door.
I know what you mean.
Yeah. So anyway, what else you got? Any other questions you got for me, or?
No, that's basically all.
Okay.
I was gonna ask, cause I had said I was gonna come down there one day this week and see how things were going anyway.
Right.
But
let me get a good number from you, just so I can reach out to you if I need. And I'll give you one of my cards too, so you've got mine. What's your number?
I'll give you the home number.
Okay.
My cell phone number. I'll be
All right, let me get you one of my cards now.
You just gave me one. I got
Okay.
one.
Yeah, let me put my cell phone on the back of it in case you need it, and that way you can call me. I know Savella's got it, and I think Miss Sonia's got it. And that way, if you need to get in touch with me, you can. And that's my cell.
Okay.
And then all my other phone numbers are on the front of it. So,
Okay.
Okay. All right, Mr. Carl, I appreciate it. Thanks again for letting me disturb your day.
Oh man.
Okay,
Yeah,
and
nothing. Oh yeah.
I'm sorry we met under these circumstances, but hopefully we can do right by all this and get this resolved in a good fashion for us. So,
Yeah.
okay.
Okay.
All right, partner. I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right. Have a blessed day.
You too, sir.
After speaking with Latoria's father, Detective Butch headed across town to meet with another key piece of the Waller family, Sonia Simmons. Now, Sonia isn't Latoria's mother, but she's family. Close enough to know her personality, her habits, and how she carried herself day to day. Close enough to know when something doesn't add up. And when Detective Butch arrived, the first thing he wanted to talk about was that letter, the so-called suicide note that suddenly appeared after Latoria's death. Sonia had already seen it. In fact, by the time detectives reached her, the letter had been shared online and passed around through friends and family. But to Sonia, something about it just wasn't right. The handwriting didn't match. The nickname wasn't the one Latoria used. And the letter didn't mention certain relatives Latoria was incredibly close to. On top of that, Sonia told detectives Latoria wasn't depressed, wasn't struggling mentally, and never showed signs of being suicidal. Latoria was always smiling, always upbeat. So this interview wasn't just about gathering information. It was about comparing the person the letter described with the person the family actually knew. And Sonia had thoughts. Body cam on.
So, y'all have heard about all this little letter thing going around? Okay. Tell me about this, if that looks like her handwriting or anything like that. And then I'll tell you a little bit more about.
He don't look like it to me. Me, honestly, either.
Okay.
Hold it there a minute.
I mean, it's all printing, but let me see the back page of it. Now, it might look different. And then that's how she signed, how she printed her name on the bottom.
And see what got me was this Nanny Pooh. We ain't call her Nanny Pooh, we call her Nanny Goat.
Nanny Go?
Goat.
Goat. Okay.
See that what threw me for a loop too.
Oh, have you seen this before? Oh, okay. I didn't know that. I'm sorry.
And see that what threw me too. That people were sitting around. You see what I'm saying?
Yes, ma'am.
Like they were just trying to prove that, this was real or whatever.
Right. Well, look, I have some questions about, not that you all can answer them. I'm just talking about rhetorical questions that I have about this information. And
Can I see that one again?
yes, ma'am.
Okay, it's the same.
Okay. And then there's this page here, and then that page there. Is that all you had? Was 3 pages of it?
3 pages.
Okay.
And then how you got it, that what threw me for a loop too.
Well, look, sometimes things come the way they do. My concern is if there's a speculation that if somebody involved in the investigation come up with a letter like this and said, hey, maybe it's a suicide issue, I owe the case that diligence to investigate that angle.
That's right.
I can tell you I have no physical evidence that says this was a suicide.
That's why she thought over people money from her uncle. That's what she read.
Okay. So
That's her handwriting.
this is her handwriting here and her signature. You mind if I take a picture of this?
Keep it if you want it.
Well, it's got some kind of legal document. I don't want to take it.
It's fake.
No, it ain't fake. He got it too.
If I had a copier, I would copy it, but I don't need all that.
They was on it, wasn't it?
Her print is bigger than that little.
Let me see if this is. Yeah, I can read it. There you go. I'll give that back to you.
She read it herself. I just told her.
Yeah, I just don't want to. If it comes to where I've got to have that, I'll come back and we'll figure it out. But I've taken a picture of it. I've got it all on body camera with it.
He just doing his work.
I know.
Yes, ma'am.
I know it's fine.
Yeah.
You did.
I have to exhaust all the angles,
I want you to.
Yes, ma'am.
But I don't want that man to walk free and kill my grandchild. I don't want to walk free.
Understand.
He had to shoot.
All right. Anything else y'all can think of that's been going on, or
We stay here. We don't too much.
you don't get out too much? I got you.
For me working home.
Right. That's me. I'm home and work and back to the house. So, all right. Well, like I said, I'm still working. I'm gonna try to finish up on some interviews this week so I can kind of wrap all my legwork up, and then really I'm just waiting on crime lab information to come in, and as that comes in, I'll try to share with you what I can, but some of it I'll keep,
Understand.
quiet through the investigation just because I don't want it to get out.
We don't want it to get
And,
out either.
So hopefully we'll get some good information from it. So, okay. All right, well, look, I'll get out of your all's way, let you go back to enjoying your day.
He is still locked up.
He is. He's still there. Yes. Now, and I'll just tell you, I talked to Mr. Waller today, Carl. I spoke with him, and he asked me, he said, is he going to get out of jail? That's not my decision. The way it works is at some point his attorney may request a bond through the court. It'll be the court's decision whether or not to give him a bond. And if they do, it'll be a court decision about how much of a bond he gets. I can tell you, standing here, he's been indicted for Latoria's death. So that puts us in that puts us in a stronger position come bond time. But again, it's a court decision. I can't speculate what the court may or may not do. I'm sure that we would oppose bond from a prosecution standpoint. But if the judge is inclined to give a bond, then we would request a high bond to ensure he comes back to court, that kind of thing. So right now, today, he's still in jail. I don't know what will happen in the next, 30, 60, 90 days.
How they come up with the letter?
I don't know, ma'am. So part of what I do is I listen to some of the jail calls, and so that's how I first got word that some letter was floating around. And then there were some people avoiding me because they didn't want me to get the letter. Well, it's going to come out anyway. So for them to avoid me and not make it available to me doesn't do them any good, because obviously I have it. And I guess, there's a couple things we've got to show with the letter. Is it her writing? How long ago was the letter written? I just, and none of that I can prove right just yet. So.
His both of them. I ain't right about right me, but she right when she printed B. She ain't done that much that I know. But when she was going to school, she printed B.
Yes, ma'am.
And, so she didn't do no writing or cause she come to see us. We don't do no writing to one another. We don't really have
Right.
her writing.
Right.
She had been writing and stuff.
Right. Have you ever known Nanny to be depressed or anything like that, or?
Every time I saw her, she had a big smile.
She loved it life.
Okay.
Big smile.
All right.
And
she always planned to do different stuff, and stuff I wanted to do.
Mm-hmm.
She enjoyed herself.
And she'll sit out and talk and make you laugh all day.
Yes, ma'am.
She just like she didn't have a problem in the world to me. When she around me, that's what she was. It's like she didn't have a problem in the world. Everything was her.
All right.
And she,
And
well, she done behind my back, but I ain't never known to let it be sad.
right.
That some have not, like some have not. Not like we had this in the family or something like that. But then she'd be too sad, but she'd be sad.
Sure. But that would be kind of a normal issue with a loss in the family. But as a general purpose in life, as a general walk of life, she was always happy, and is that fair to say?
She was.
Yeah.
She was.
Okay.
And see, another thing that threw me with that letter too is, only thing that was mentioned is what he know. See, she had other family members that passed, that went in that letter that she loved and that she was hanging with.
Okay.
She talked about her Uncle B,
Mm-hmm.
but she had an Uncle Neil and an Uncle, I'm going back, what's his name? Al.
Well, the one thing that struck me in the letter was there was some conversation, something about her dad.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I wanted to go talk to him, was the letter seemed to focus something about him and whatever disagreement or conflict they had going. And so I just thought the kind of the subject matter, the target audience of that letter seemed to be, if you and I were in a relationship and you made me so mad that I'm willing to take my own life, I would think that my letter would have something to say about you.
That's it.
And it didn't say that. It didn't, it talked about the aunts, the cousins,
The
her daddy.
drugs and all this. And see, that's something they know.
Yeah.
That ain't like no secret or nothing. So that's what threw me for a little too.
Well, the only other piece too that, for this letter to matter a whole lot, then the medical examiner is going to have to come back and say that her death was a suicide. And I'm just not. That just no. So, yeah. But in the end, I owe it to the case. I'm bound by my duty to pursue all angles of evidence and look at everything, even evidence that exonerates him. I not only look for the evidence that can prosecute him, but I have to look for the evidence that exonerates him as well. And that's just it. We're seekers of fact and truth. So.
That's what I wanted to do, but she ain't mixed suicide.
Yes, ma'am.
And he didn't have that to do. He could have beat her. He could have whooped her good. He didn't have to kill her.
Did she ever complain about being beat up by him? Not to y'all or anything?
Never to me.
Okay.
Never.
The only thing we ever questioned was when she claimed she fell out of that truck or got run over by that vehicle.
She told me that.
Yeah.
She told me about that. So she got crushed. But I don't believe it happened like that neither.
All right, well, I'm going to quit tearing at this scar for you, at this wound with y'all, and I'll let you get back to sit out here and enjoy this beautiful day. This gentleman he's out here. He's got it going on. So, but if y'all have questions about anything, you know, don't fester over them. Don't let them eat up at you. Call me, okay? And I'll do the best I can to answer them for you. All right?
Yes, sir.
All right. I appreciate your time this morning, okay?
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Grandma. Okay?
I thank you.
All right.
I thank you.
All right.
I take care.
All right, buddy. Y'all be good. If y'all need something, holler at me.
All right. I know y'all been hearing a lot about this letter throughout the investigation. And before we go any further, I want to show y'all the actual letter. Shout out to the Baldwin County Sheriff's Department for sending this over for the video. I was curious myself how the letter looked, and they were cool enough to provide it so we could have the full context. Now, we're not diving into the meaning yet. I don't want to create a narrative before y'all hear what a few more people have to say about it. But here it is, the letter everyone keeps talking about. All right, back to the investigation. Next, Detective Butch circles back to speak with Sonia Simmons for the second time. He interviewed her once already, but now that more information has surfaced, including that letter everyone keeps mentioning, he wants to update her and get her reaction to it. For anyone who might not remember, Sonia is close family to Latoria, and she was actually in the house that night, asleep in the back bedroom with her boyfriend, Carlos Simmons. She's also the person who made the 911 call at 2:32 a.m., the call that started this entire investigation. Because of all that, her perspective matters. She knew Latoria, she knew the family dynamics, and she knows what does and doesn't make sense when it comes to anything written in Latoria's name. So Detective Butch meets with her again to hear her updated thoughts. Body cam on.
What's happening with you?
Oh, good. How about you?
I'm all right. I didn't know you was working here.
Yeah, I told you that.
You know, you probably did, but I stay so
okay.
busy
How
all the time.
everything going?
Well, I mean, you know, we know about the same like we've been knowing. When I talked to Sonia, she said y'all had already actually seen that letter. Did you see it?
She showed it. Somebody showed it to Sharika.
Okay.
Do you need to talk like you said? But it was on a text, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, all I've got are pictures of it. I took that same email that y'all shared or whatever, and this is what was shared with me.
Yeah, that's what we seen on the thing, though.
Yeah. So I didn't.
So where the letter? Hold on, I mean to cut you off, but where the letter coming from?
Well, that I don't know. I don't know that I'll ever find out where that letter come from. My concern is, does the letter represent her handwriting? You know, is this how she signs her information?
See, that's why I'm saying it's hard.
Okay.
It's so much. I talked to a girl yesterday at Jenny McDay, right? Her name is, I can't even tell you no lie, I can't remember her name.
Okay.
But she said somebody, a girl named Dee Dee said, the man, I don't want to put nobody in it, but she said she was real close to Nanny. But you went there talk, but you know, that's where he side of town he from.
Right. Well, I may have just got a lead on who Kamisha is. You know,
did?
Maybe. Just now, that's what why I couldn't answer the phone. I was getting that information.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, you need to find
Kamisha Havier? Is that
See,
name?
that's why I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not getting that because Nanny's childhood friend name is Rachel. She stayed right down the road from my grandma's house.
Okay.
Cause you remember he said that was her childhood friend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll see what I can find on Kamisha. They gave me a phone number for her too, so I'll reach out.
Yeah, you let us know now. Did you meet my auntie? I know she had died today.
I did meet. I met Sonia. I didn't meet Sandra. Yeah.
Oh.
So, and Sandra basically said, and even Grandma. I spoke with Grandma.
You did.
Yeah. Grandma wasn't convinced that was her writing.
I know it just so, but I'm talking about when y'all went in there, they searched the house. Why y'all didn't find the letter? You know this.
Well, you know, I didn't actually search the house. GBI
But
did it, but
the
why they didn't find it, I don't know. They may not have been looking through reams of paper.
I understand.
So
that
I don't.
too.
So I don't know where. I'm going to follow up with a little bit of some information I have about that letter.
Okay.
And if they'll talk to me, maybe I can get some information on it.
Yeah.
But you know, they may not. In the end, the issue becomes.
Well, nobody talk and say nothing, but she was a sweet girl. She didn't have, you know.
Right.
Well, I don't even want to talk about it.
You didn't know her to be depressed or nothing like that.
No, unless she hid it.
Right.
Unless she hid it now. But
Okay.
being depressed,
Right.
No, I didn't know that.
And then when you were there that night, when you got there that night, there was nobody there like we talked about earlier.
Nobody, no,
It was
I
just-
just remember seeing them. We went to bed
Yeah.
all day,
Okay.
And then you may know what's so funny. I didn't even see them mad. That's the crazy
Yeah.
part about it. One fussing or nothing.
I don't know. I may not ever be able to prove what occurred. I can only prove what happened. You know what I
That's
mean?
it.
So,
Yeah.
All right. Well, that was my main thing. I just wanted to show that to you and see if you.
Can I read it one more time?
I'll show it to you. I mean, I don't know that there's a whole lot to read, but I mean, there's you can hold it if you want. It's just photocopy.
Oh.
You had to drive around a little bit to find old pasta.
Come out here?
Yeah.
And why she feel like then why does she feel like that don't even sound right? Her mama love fade away. Her mama was just like this.
Right.
You know,
See, the one thing that Sonia pointed out to me was that wasn't the way that Latoria signed her name.
right there.
Yeah, Nanny Poo. She said she was known as Nanny Goat.
But she was going by Pooh.
Was she? Okay.
She was.
All right.
But she also went by Nanny Goat too.
I got you.
But did they have anything for you to look at?
She did. They gave me a little, some kind of little promissory note to look at.
Okay.
So when I get back to the office, I'll print that off.
And see.
I took a picture of it, and I'll print that off, and I'll look at it
Okay.
and see if it's or consistent with some of the letters. The big thing about this particular letter in the case is if the medical examiner says that it was a homicide, then the letter really.
Don't
I mean, yeah, the letter would have
nothing.
very little impact on it.
Okay,
I mean, they
okay.
could always question it, but just knowing some other details that I know, it just is what it is. We'll just,
Okay.
But it's like I was explaining to Grandma and Sonia, I've got to do the case justice, and everything that comes up, I got to explore it and,
That's right. You
chase
gotta
it a little bit.
That's right.
So,
You just can't let it just sit there like that.
That's
you gotta
right.
Get in it.
yep, I want to be able to, and Johnny's side isn't saying much to me. They're staying pretty quiet, trying
Yeah,
to.
they ain't saying nothing. Is they?
You all have been, if I need to talk to you, y'all are answering the phones and
That's how we lost
making
our
yourself available.
family.
So,
At least they can talk to him. We can't
Right.
say nothing to her. What can we do?
rely on us to make it right, or to
That's
do it, or to
it.
get it right.
We looking for it, Butch. I'm talking how to, we looking for it. You gonna get it. I promise.
Well, we're trying. So, all right,
Okay.
all right.
Thank you so
Yes,
much.
ma'am.
Okay.
Get back in and get your mind off this as best you can. And
But
so,
it's
what do you do
hard.
here? You do CNA here, or what? Do you?
I quit CNA.
Okay.
I can't. I used to do CNA, but I ain't got the nerve for that no more.
Right. I understand.
Yeah.
That's a hard job being a CNA.
Yeah, I took care of my daddy.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, he had cancer, and we were still battling with that. He just been gone a year.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's awful.
So,
I lost my mom in 17, and she had actually had a brain bleed, which then caused her Alzheimer's dementia issue to, get worse, and so that's ultimately what she had passed away with, was complications due to the brain bleed and
but you coped with
some
it
lung
good.
issues. Yeah, I mean, it was tough. Look, her and I battled back and forth, and she just wanted to pick fights to argue with you, and I think she did that because that's what she did with my stepdad. Her and my stepdad would argue back and forth. So when
Yeah.
he passed away, she replaced him with me to argue with.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I know. I just have my days and stuff. Back and forth. You have.
3 days later, March 31st, Detective Butch is now trying to track down a woman named Nell Chapple. A lot of people say she's Skip's ex-wife, but during the investigation, he finds out they're actually still legally married. He goes to the address he has on file for her, but Nell isn't there. Instead, he's greeted by her mother, Mrs. Kathy Hill. And right away, Butch learns something he wasn't expecting. She's the one who found the letter everyone's been talking about. That discovery brings a whole new set of questions. How did she find it? Where exactly was it? And why was she inside Skip's house in the first place? So Detective Butch takes a moment to talk with her and get clarity. And listen, Mrs. Kathy Hill is a talker. You can tell she loves to tell a story. Don't believe me? Body cam on.
Hi, Sheriff's Office. Hey, how are you? Is your mom or dad or an adult home? Hello, Sheriff's Office. Hey.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing very well. How are you?
all right.
Is this the Burton residence?
Yeah.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure because the mailbox wasn't
Yeah.
marked with the house number. I just wanted to make sure I had the right address.
Yeah, my daughter is Burton. I was Burton, but my daughter, you talking about my daughter, Neil.
I got you. So you're not Nell.
I'm her mom.
Is Nell here?
She at work.
She's at work.
About that
Okay.
school jump. I know what it is, ain't it?
What is that?
About the children don't be, know they had to go in front of the board.
No, I'm not here for that. I'm from Baldwin County.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, she
So-
stay with me on the mama.
Okay. What's the best way for me to get in touch with her?
She work at the battery place down here. What's
Okay.
the name of it? They make
Well,
batteries.
I don't want to bother her at work
Yeah.
if she's
Well,
working.
I got a phone number, but she hardly, she ain't gonna be able to get it till she get off at 4.
Okay.
She off at 4,
What,
4:30.
so does she? So she works in
Now-
the daytime hours?
Yeah, she just got another job. She was working at night.
Okay.
Like from 5 o'clock. She was working up there at Georgia Pacific, and then get
Oh,
off
okay.
at 8. She get home, then she sleep all day.
Woo,
go
working
back.
2 jobs.
No, she was just doing that one, but kill him because she was driving from him.
From here to Macon.
Yeah, Georgia Pacific.
Yeah. I got you.
So she just got this job here and quit Georgia Pacific.
I understand. And what's your name?
My Kathy Hill.
Kathy Hill.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm her mama.
I got you. So I'm Robert Butch. I'm with the Baldwin County Sheriff's
Okay.
Office. Just so
She
you know.
ain't in no trouble, is she?
No, ma'am. Not at all. Not at all. I just
That
want.
ain't concerning Johnny Chapple.
Yes, ma'am. I just
I'm
wanted.
the one who found that letter.
You were. Okay.
mama.
So what can you tell me about that letter?
Well,
I mean, I wanted to talk to Miss Nell about some other stuff,
okay, well,
but I just wanted to. The letter's got me curious, but
but the letter now, the house was a mess when we went in there. Cause see, the landlord called Nell through her uncle. He know Gerald.
okay.
So they got in touch with Nell, and Nell didn't know Gerald's number, so she called her dad and got a number.
Okay.
So when that happened, the man told us, well, you ain't got to go this week, but I want stuff at the house.
Right.
So he had a washing machine, dryer, a big TV.
Yeah, he had a house full of stuff.
And a lot of junk. It was like a mess. It was all over
Yes,
the
ma'am.
house. I mean, almost like a children keep my house.
I know that's right.
Clothes everywhere. And so I said, well, Nell, what y'all gonna help get Jamie to help us? Jamie, his sister,
Jamie's
supposed
his
to let us.
sister. Yes, ma'am.
And we supposed to have got Skip stuff out and put it in storage.
Okay.
Jamie didn't never come though. She had us. I reckon she wanted Nell to pay for the storage and stuff.
Okay.
And so Nelson, what Skip told me, he gonna get his daughter, cause she got 3 children behind the TV. But the guy named Wayne with the little hand, he had the TV at his house. So we were going on through the house, and I said, well, here go Skip's underpants, and stuff.
Yes, ma'am.
I won't get all his stuff he has, so if he get out of jail.
That's right.
So I gave that stuff to her daughter, Camille. She's 12, and she stayed here. I mean, she got it in her room. So I came across papers in the bedroom.
Okay.
All that junk. It was a little table beside the bedroom. And
So the little table, if this was the bed in the corner, there was a dresser here.
it was a
and there
dresser
was-
at the wall.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Dresser at the wall.
Yep.
A little table right there at the bed.
Right at the bed.
Right at the bed in front of the dresser.
That's right.
It's a little bit of table there.
Yes, ma'am. Like a little end table.
Nah, it was so much junk in there. I think I got it out of that table because she had her income tax papers and stuff. in
Okay.
there. So I remember the income tax. Because Nelson said Skip got here because he filed them for, So I said, I ain't see Skip name on it. I said, but look like she got her name as what a girl, what her name? I said, like it's Chapple on there, but it one Chapple, I don't know. I said, cause her Nell and Skip married, so I know Nell's, but Nell don't go in the Chapel. So anyway,
You're talking about her name, the way she's got her name on the letter or on the income tax form?
I think I saw Dre, my grandson. He was with her.
Okay.
He was in there with me. So I see it was a red tablet.
Okay.
So I just looking in the papers in the drawer, and I said, well, damn, what all this say? So I said, what that mean? Because I didn't know what the letter meant, because I have a little reading problem. So I had Dre to read it out for me.
I got you.
So Dre read the letter out for me. I understood some of it, but I didn't comprehend it.
Right.
So Dre said, darn, this is a sad letter, Grandma. He said, darn, this is odd. How you write something like this and dead the next day? Though he was telling me that's all. Let me take it to Nell, let her read it. And I still didn't know it could be a suicide. I couldn't comprehend it. So when Nell told me when we were driving, she said, I got to get this to her mama. That was Nell said.
Right.
She gave it to her mama, but she gave it to Skip's sister or Wayne, one of them.
Right.
So it was on there.
Okay.
No, like she said something about her uncle. She gonna be with him at the end, and she said something about her mama, and her mama seemed like she was mad with her, and she said something about her daddy.
Right.
Then she said her daddy went there for her. He was on drugs, and she didn't ever turn her back.
Do you
on
remember
him.
how many pages the letter was?
It was one.
Just one page?
One page, I think. It was one page, cause I tore the page out.
Okay.
And that girl named Shell, I think she got the red tablet. Because she said, I sure need it. Because she came over there, Shell.
I don't know who Shell is.
Shell is, what her last name? Not a king. Shell, what Shell last name? She got a baby by my nephew. It's Shell, Palm.
Okay.
Shell, Palm, or Palmer. One of those, Palm, I think that's her last name.
Okay.
She came over there because she the one told her the police found a lot of guns in the house. That's what she told her, but Nell said it was a lot. I don't know.
Yeah,
So
she didn't tell the police about a lot of guns being found in the house.
said Shell told Nell that and us that because we stayed out here, we ain't know, we ain't really know nothing really.
Gotcha. Yeah, you're way out in the country from where we was at. So
Skip didn't hardly come down here, but that girl and him did come right after Christmas.
okay.
Cause his little girl, the oldest one, 12, she had corona. They brought some noodles and stuff. And but I thought they was all into each other and love. They be on Facebook. I didn't know they was actually something like this was gonna happen to them. It shocked
Well,
us.
I don't know that anybody knew it was going to happen. And that's kind of part of why I want to talk to Nell too. Was I'm trying to understand their relationship.
All right, now I can tell you.
Okay.
Now they fight. I know that, and they go right back together.
Now, how do you mean when you say they fight? What do you mean?
Well,
They have a yelling, shouting argument, or do you know there's more to it than that?
Not physical. I ain't never heard that they. Well, I heard that Aunt Nanny hit Skip in the head one time.
Okay.
And I know she was in a wreck. The first wreck he was in, he had head injury.
Okay.
She was driving that truck. And then the second truck of wreck, when fingers got cut off.
When he hurt his hand real bad.
He was in there by himself. Said he got mad with his brother. I think they had probably a drug party then or something. I know they on the drugs.
Yeah, I don't know.
They probably.
I know he got hurt in December, and his one hand is tore up really pretty good.
Yeah, that cut off.
Mm-hmm.
Camille, the 12-year-old, we let her. We really don't want them to stay around because so much activity go. We don't want children there because Skip had got shot in the leg, shot him, and you know how folks shooting in Milledgeville. So I ain't want nothing happen to my grandchildren. So, but Camille just adamant about, I want to stay with my daddy. I want to help him because she helped me because I was in a bad wreck.
Oh my, you sure were.
Yeah, see.
Woo woo, yeah, you had.
Yeah, and so she helped me, so she would help her.
Yeah, you had some horrific damage done.
Yeah, and my arm came off.
No kidding.
Yeah, right down the road here.
Wow.
And bro Adam, he died in a wreck.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so that was about a year and a half
I'm glad
ago.
you're doing well.
Yeah, I ain't got no feeling in these fingers.
Yes, ma'am.
And I can't
You have some trouble moving them.
I can't get my strength back.
I got you.
That's what I said about Skip. I said, he ain't got, I know you can shoot. I can do more with this hand because it's strong like my strength went to this hand. Now, that's why I said, how in the world, I don't know what kind of gun you, but if you had a clip, 'cause I got a gun with a little clip. It's a small gun. I can't pull it. No, I have a hold to my knees. with this hand. I got all my finger, but
Right.
I still that's what I said.
But there are ways to put one in the
you can
chamber.
put it between your leg, cause that's how I open my pill.
That's right.
I put it on top of my thing and twist it.
That's right.
So I made a way to get
Where
one
there's a
going.
will, there's a way.
Yeah, right. So and I ain't saying he didn't do it now, cause I know how their relationship is.
Do you know him? Is he possible? Is he?
I ain't never heard that he hurt nobody.
Okay.
That was scared. It really shocked me about it. Cause Skip always been nice and still call me mother-in-law. He brought the girl to my house and they sit in here and laugh. Nell was in there with him. And, cause she loved the Nell kids.
Right.
And they loved her.
So how come Nell and Skip aren't together?
Both of them cheated.
They both cheated.
Nell thought her last baby wasn't Skip's. But it was. He had to get a blood test.
I got you.
And Dalen, he looked just like him. So actually had 2 blood tests on Nell. Skip got a baby on Nell by the white girl. Dalen and the little boy the same age.
I got you.
So that's why.
That's Christina.
No, Christina is my granddaughter I raised. That
Okay.
ain't Skip child.
All right.
Camille, Khalil, and Dalen is Skip's. We got 3 here.
Well, who's Christina with the babies?
Christina is my daughter.
Your daughter. Okay.
My granddaughter.
What's
That
her last
Nell,
name?
That King. You been talking about, I don't know his white girlfriend, baby mama name.
Yeah, that's what I was asking.
Yeah, so I don't know her name. I just know.
I got you.
See, and that Nell got a daughter. Nell got 6 children.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
See, but she ain't got 3 by Skip.
Okay.
And Christina, my Christina is Chris King's daughter.
Okay.
And she got a son named Christian Burton. He from Melvin Evans. That's his daddy. So Skip got biological 3 children by her.
Okay.
So
By Nell.
by Nell, and they still
And then he's
married
got at least one with this other
with a
woman.
white girl, and he got another one by another girl before he met me, my daughter Nell. They stay over there. He got all the girls.
I don't know how you keep up with them.
He got 5 children. He got 2 outside from the marriage. No, he had the little girl. She about 16. She older than all of them. Before he
Okay.
met my daughter.
Okay.
And then he had.
What's her name? Do you know?
They stayed right on Baywood Drive next to right the road from me. I stayed in 118 Baywood Drive.
You talking about over in Milledgeville?
Yeah.
Okay.
My house caught a fire. My dumb son Michael caught a fire. But anyway, that's why I didn't have to move down here. And then my daughter stayed down. Now she got brain tumor, so I was down here trying to help her.
Help her.
Then me and her daddy had a bad wreck. That's why I'm down here.
I got you.
So, but anyway, when I heard about 4th of July, Valentine Day, I was depressed because, you know Calvin Hill. That was my
Calvin
name.
Hill. That name
He
sounds
dead
familiar.
now. He
Okay.
worked with GMC.
Okay.
So he died of cancer. So I'll get the prick. His birthday is a day after Valentine. So when I heard that the next morning we woke up, I think Shell texted Neil and told her, because we didn't know what was going on. And we couldn't believe it. You in the denial. What's going on? Skip, Nanny Pooh and killed me because Nanny Pooh, I loved her. And I really loved Nanny Pooh. I can't say what she do or what he do because everybody do their little stuff up on the closed doors. So, but it don't give him the right to take her life if he did.
No, that's true.
But
Yes,
I
ma'am.
heard a lot of people was up there. They had like a couple. People was in the house. Said a girl called and said, didn't tell me that there was somebody got shot that she had a seizure or something. That was a lie. But I call it nigga gossip because I wasn't there and I don't know.
Right.
I just hear hearsay here and there. So, but like Nell said, Mom, I ain't got time for this mess with Skip. Because he should have been left that girl a long time ago when she hit him in the head. See, I didn't know she hit him in the head. But see, she had split his head open. I didn't know that. So, I don't
See,
know
and it's stuff like that if there's something like that going on, then Skip needs to tell us that. And,
why you don't tell people nothing?
well, it may be
believe-
the male ego thing.
I believe some more stuff happened. I believe that somebody else shot that girl. In that house. One of those boys in that house. And Skip, he ain't gonna tell on them. He ain't gonna tell on them now. They got their little codes. He ain't gonna tell. But he a fool, because I'll tell just to show that, I ain't gonna be scared to tell.
I'll tell you this, if he doesn't tell it, he's going to take the ride
He
for
gonna
it.
take that long ride, and he the dumbest is he won't come on. I told him I care about him, but if I know you did, I'm sorry, I'm gonna tell on you. Because it's wrong. And Nanny Pooh deserved to live her life.
That's
That's what
right.
they called her, Nanny Pooh.
Yes, ma'am.
And she ain't never had no kids. And then that was her mama own child and her dad's, I think. And but that letter did come up. I saw that. I pulled the letter out.
So I've seen the letter. The question I have about the letters, I don't know when it was written.
And Nell told me it looked old. That was Nell told me.
That it looked old?
That's what she said. But I told Nell, now she filed income tax. That don't seem like a person want kids because they want the money. I don't know though.
Well, my thing, and one of my partners mentioned that they thought it looked old because all I've got are pictures of it.
Well, my daughter, Nell, said that to me at first because I pulled it out of the paper. Cause I was taking it out. I left a tablet on their table.
Mm-hmm.
I left, not the coffee table. It was a coffee table there.
Right.
And I left it, the book, that Michelle came in and grabbed the paper. Ooh, I need this paper, this tablet, I need this, and some envelope. She got that. And I went on out there to the car. Now, Nell was standing came back in the house to the door because she said, I ain't coming in their house.
Right.
And I found a search warrant paper too. And I gave Nell that too.
Yeah, we have to leave a copy of that
Yeah,
behind.
I said, Nell, the police left some a paper here. So I gave her that too. Because like I said, I got a reading problem. So I ain't really looking at it. I just seen y'all symbol. And
That's right.
So I took it to Nell. And Nell said, well, I don't think we here, Mom, just try to get some of Skip's stuff out. And we didn't really get nothing out. But I gave her that paper, and what she asked me, said Skip had filed his income tax, but found out he didn't file it. He didn't have time to file it, but Nanny Pooh had filed her, because I showed Nell, I said, well, how Nanny Pooh's name be Chapple? And I think it was on the income tax paper, but then again, I don't know. I know I seen something with Chapple on it, and her name. I said, because she ain't married to him, y'all still married.
So Nell and Johnny are still married.
Yeah, but Nell ain't never went into Chapel.
She never took the Chapel name. I got you.
She ain't want to be married.
They
cheated and did their thing. They went all about loving each other. He'll come down here. He still always say, I love Nell. He'll tell me. But he always said that, but he didn't really pursue her because Nell wasn't studying.
She wasn't putting up with it.
Nell work, come home, sleep. Go back to work. She ain't studying nobody, really.
She wasn't playing that street game?
No. Nell don't play on street games. She don't do work and see about all these 5 children. 5 children she got.
Got you. Okay.
The oldest boy, he don't stay here. But I'll tell you the truth. I got that letter, and then it said something about her daddy was on, said, Daddy, you on drugs, and I stuck by you, and you stayed with that woman, took care of her children. It was saying stuff like that. But I still didn't catch on what then Dre said, during this sad, Grandma, about to make me cry.
Sure.
Because she dead, this girl dead, and it letter him. I still didn't know what they were talking about. I'm like, well, I don't know why she wrote it. And then I know Skip didn't do it because he can't read or write. He's going to do it if he had 5 fingers.
I got you.
So he illiterate. I can't read and write. He can't. Skip don't know how to read and write.
Well, I mean, it certainly doesn't look...
He won't help himself. Because I said, he think a lawyer going to get you out. Your mouth got to get you out in the truth.
And in the end, it's got to come out to help.
I seen the teddy bear, the Valentine, and like that was okay, though. I seen a big old bear on the sofa.
Well, I mean, there was a Valentine's couples party that was going on, yeah. But, and I'm trying to understand what happened at some point in the night.
Shot in that. You see how that doo-doo in the room? And the dog, like a dog doo-doo all in the room?
Yeah, that's where they were having the dog stay in the...
But it looked like blood was on the floor in there. But it happened in the bedroom when that was Neil told. Jamie
One
told.
of the babies is crying.
That's that good baby. She in there.
Okay.
Yeah, but we said, I thought it was blood in
Yeah,
there.
she was... The whole incident occurred in the master bedroom, and where her and
but
Skip
all
were at.
that junk, I know what y'all think.
Ain't on me. I just...
That was too junky.
So...
I know, but Skip, but God never Skip lived it too. They always lived like it.
I got you.
But I tell you what, Skip needs stuff. I don't know, but his brother acted kind of weird when we went over there.
Hold on 1 second. Hey, young man.
What you want, Casey?
I get on.
Casey? What? Why you ain't got no shoes? Oh, get it bag. put on shoes walking out here on the damp ground. Now, I ain't
Yeah,
going.
because it's wet.
Yeah, he got him to know he got shoes to put on. But, you know, it's sad, though. But I told him, I said, you told them? I did. She said, yeah,
Well,
tell the truth. I said, all right, I'll tell her. But
yeah, just let her know. I'll probably reach out. I may just try to call her
and
rather
let her
than.
and talk to her.
Yeah.
But
I may drive back down if
and
it's.
she might tell you. See, cause I've been around him longer than I have. I ain't,
Sure.
And she know about him and her relationship.
That's right. That's right.
And even her children. I always stay out the business, you know. But I hear stuff.
Yes, ma'am.
You know I'm a little nosy like big ears. I be hearing stuff, but I don't.
Well, it's because you're grandma and you're a parent. You
Yeah,
know,
and I've
you
been
listen
raising
out.
all her children.
That's
so
right.
helping them.
Yep.
But what get me? He called every day, and before he had this incident, he never called the children. That don't make sense to me.
So prior to him getting locked up, you never contacted the
he used
children.
to call them sometime, but not like this.
Not like now. Now he's calling every day.
Every day. I said, I don't know. Go on, Howard. I don't know, because it could be, you know, folks can use their children to get them out of trouble and go in front of judge. But I told them my grandchildren ain't going into that mess and stand in front of no judge for him. He a grown man. He should never did what he did.
Could be a guilty conscience too.
That's right. So I don't know. Listen. He still could have pulled that trigger. I don't care what nobody say. Because I struggle with my hand, and I still I cut the grass, I do everything. So I ain't trying to commit him, but
Nope.
if he don't open up, y'all just don't let nobody just walk away, and we don't know the truth. Because that's letting him murder. If he murdered, he need to tell the truth.
Yep.
But I can't understand.
Well, I'd tell you more about what I know, but I just can't. I got to protect the integrity of my case.
I
But
know, but I just want y'all to know, find the truth. Mom and dad deserved it.
absolutely.
You know,
That's what we're working to.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, I know Skip got kids and I know everything, and I care about him. But I ain't gonna uphold nobody when they wrong.
That's right.
If he wrong, he wrong. But I be trying to ask him stuff on the phone when he called about how he doing, and I try to ask him about the incident, and my daughter told me shut up. So I just don't even talk to him on the phone, because I want to know. I want to know, did you do it? But he keeps saying he didn't do it, but who did it? But, you know, I wish I could get the truth out for y'all.
I appreciate
And
you.
I appreciate you coming.
Yes, ma'am.
But y'all need me, let me know. But
I will.
I ain't trying to send nobody to prison, but I just want the truth be said.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, because
Yep.
it's sad that girl
Nanny deserves the truth, whatever that is.
She deserved it.
That's right.
She had a good smile, good soul. She really was a good person.
And everybody I talked to said she wasn't suicidal.
I don't think she's suicidal.
So why that letter was written, I don't know.
I know Skip doesn't know how to write.
So well, that's not a man's writing anyway.
Oh, it ain't.
Uh-uh.
So she might have wrote it the press.
She may have at some point,
But
but
it ain't got to be. She ain't had to date it. I don't think.
she wasn't dated.
That's right.
And it never mentioned his name.
Guess what? Look, boy. Look. I know I could be a detective. You know,
Yeah, you can.
so let me tell you, that what I said.
I might need to hire you.
I know. I said, why in the world his name on the inside? I love Skip so much, and I can't live like this. Everything going wrong. She didn't mention his name once on that letter. She mentioned her uncle, and she going to where he at and just celebrating
And her
me
mama
on
and
my
her dad.
birthday. I know I saw that letter.
Sure.
So I'm telling you, I didn't see Skip's name on it nowhere.
That's right.
That's why I said, what if another girl could have wrote it? I don't know. It could be anything, but
I don't know.
why should she keep a letter like that in a tablet, in a drawer?
Yeah, I don't know.
I look at that too, like it was supposed to have been found.
Right.
It wasn't, but I found.
Well, that's good. Again, I appreciate you.
Use the best y'all got.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
After finishing up with Kathy Hill, Detective Butch heads over to speak with Christina Willis, Skip's other baby mama. He meets her in the PetSmart parking lot to get her take on all this. Christina said she knew Latoria, but they weren't super close. From what she saw, Latoria always seemed okay. She didn't know anything about depression, suicide, or any kind of letter. Her relationship with Skip was years in the past, but detectives still needed to hear what she knew about him, about Latoria, and whether she ever saw anything off between them. Body cam on.
Hey, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. I'm sorry to bother you
That's all right.
on your Saturday. Let me jump out here. I was gonna just have you sit inside and be a little cooler, but it don't matter.
I smoke. I'm gonna smoke a cigarette real quick.
That's all right. Is your car running? Is your car running?
It's running.
Okay.
Yeah. And my daughter, she's in there, so she's got a lot.
Yeah, I see you got 2 kids. Is a taller one yours too?
Yeah, they're both mine. I have a third one as well. So.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
How crazy. All right. Well, so look. So ultimately, let me close my door. That way I just don't get bugged. Well, I'll leave that open. That way maybe nobody will kind of see me standing here with you.
That's fine.
So I'm trying to get an idea. I don't know Johnny or Latoria, and I don't know if you even know Latoria. I'm just trying to get a sense of who they are as people, and what may have been the catalyst to this whole incident that occurred. I know you weren't there, so I know you can't.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't really there. I don't know really how much information or help I can offer. I mean, I gladly try, but
I understand.
Yeah, I mean, I know her. I knew her,
Okay.
but I wouldn't say that I knew her very well. I mean,
Okay.
She was his girlfriend, and he is my son's father.
Right.
I mean, so I seen her all the time. We talk sometimes and stuff like that, but I mean, I never knew her real on a deep level, I guess you could say.
How did describe her when you interacted with her? Was she always happy? Was she sad? Was she?
I mean, she always seemed okay.
People person?
I mean, I would say about the average for all of us out here. Just trying to live. I mean, she seemed pretty. I mean, just normal. I mean, I would have never known anything outside of the normal. Not with either one of them.
So she's never said anything to you about wanting to harm herself or anything like that, or has she
No,
ever said anything like that?
but I mean, if she felt that way, I don't see me being the one she would come to. You know what I mean?
Right.
I mean, we weren't
that
close. I mean, we were okay. I mean, I always knew that she was a good girl and stuff like
Sure.
that. I mean, she was good with my son. I mean, yeah, I knew her a little bit, enough for my son to be around them.
Sure.
He would go over on weekends and stuff. Not all the time, but sometimes.
I got you.
But I mean, I don't see me being the person she would come to with anything like that.
Would Johnny come to you or Skip come to you with anything like that?
Probably not.
Probably not.
Probably
Okay.
not.
How about? Tell me about your and Skip's relationship.
I mean, that was a long time ago. Our son
Understand.
is 8. He just turned 8 in January. So.
Okay.
And I mean, we broke up before the pregnancy kind of went through. I mean.
Okay.
And I'm pretty sure him and her were together probably for about at least 6 years or better, I would say. I don't know, because
Right.
I know they met. God, my baby was probably about 2 years old when they met. But I mean, mine and Skip, we were young, and it was one of those. For me, it was one of those young and dumb relationships, if you know what I mean.
Sure, I understand. Look, we all do it. We all do it.
Yeah, it was
So,
one of those wrong choices for me. But I mean, me and him, I was young, so I wouldn't really call it a relationship back then. I mean, I wasn't the only person he was ever with, so.
Understand.
I mean, I think he's still actually technically married. I met him right after him and his wife. The woman.
Is that Nell?
Yeah.
Okay.
Him and I got together right after her and him separated. That's when he and I
Okay.
first met and got together, and I think God, I couldn't even tell you how long we even talked. It's been so daggone long ago. But I don't know. I wouldn't even know how to describe our relationship. It wasn't like a.
Did y'all fuss and fight and argue? Was anything ever physical?
No,
or?
I'm not really a fighter. I don't care much for that. I'm
Right.
not really a much arguer, but I'm not a nitpicker either. So I don't too much.
Right.
I'm one of those people who just, I go about my day and I take everything that comes at me different than most people. So.
Understand. Look, and like I said, I'm just trying to figure this out because something
Yeah,
happened.
I
Something
mean,
happened to cause us to go off, and I'm trying to.
I'm so, I don't know, I'm so confused. Like when I first heard about what happened and everything, I don't know. I mean, because the first call I got, the call was she was dead and he done it. And my first thought was like, are you fucking serious? This is crazy. I mean, there's no way. I've never seen him as the person to ever hurt anybody, let alone his girlfriend. And I know he loved her and I know she loved him. I mean, they've been together for a long time.
Sure.
I mean, it's not, nobody ever, is perfect, but I don't know. This has been something that's really hard for me to believe,
Understand.
I don't know. I can't believe it. I can't believe that he would do something like that. But also, I don't know. I'm not, I've heard there, people have said, I know you asked if she ever said about hurting herself, but I'm one of those people who, I'm not a suicide sympathizer. I don't, that's just, my mom tried it a couple times growing up, and I
Yes,
just
ma'am.
look at people who do that as weak people who I don't know. I can't sympathize with that.
Understand.
So it's that kind of also threw a wrench in everything, because I'm like, I can't see why, if that's the case, what in the world would be so bad that I can't get it, you know?
In my walk of life, and what I do with this job, I try to tell the families of their loved ones that have committed suicide that you can't. It's real difficult to make a rational decision from an irrational thought.
Yeah.
So if you're operating on all 8 cylinders and you're rational, it's really hard for us to grasp why this person would do that.
And I know that.
And they're having they're having those irrational thoughts and behaviors, and it's way difficult. And I just,
And I know
it's tough.
that's why it's a kind of a sore subject for a lot of people. So
Sure.
It's usually a topic I don't get into conversation with a lot of people, because I don't usually see the same side that everybody else sees on that.
Right.
Because when to me, I don't know. I guess it breaks my heart a little bit, because my sympathy automatically goes out to all the people that you hurt by doing what you done, you know.
Yes,
so
ma'am.
I can't sympathize with you for doing what you done, because I have to think about the
all
people,
the survivors.
but I guess that's because I'm just one of those people who I worry about
get
everybody around me versus, myself.
I understand.
So.
All right. Anybody you think I should talk to that may be able to help me to understand, that may talk to me?
I mean, honestly,
tell
you, I'm the last person to be able to give any information, because I have absolutely no insights into the life. I couldn't tell you.
When's the last time you had contact with him?
Well, the last time I had contact was the day before it happened, because my son had spent that weekend over there, and that Sunday, the day before Valentine's Day, I went over to pick up my son. Him and Johnny, Skip, they were over at his friend's Wayne's house over there across from Johnny McDade's, which I think you guys have already been, taught with him.
We've talked limited, yeah.
But
so
I mean, that's pretty much the only person I know of that they know. You know what I mean?
Right.
That family. I mean, I grew up, I know Wayne from when I was a kid. His sister and I used to live next door to each other, and we were friends as kids. And so that's the only reason why I kind of know them that well. You know what I mean?
I got you.
So I don't have any insights as to who they hung out with on a basis I honestly, to this moment, I know there were 2 other people in the house that night, and I still don't know their names. I still couldn't tell you who.
And they all everybody alibis them out.
See, and I don't even know I don't even know who it was. I don't even know the names of the people who were there that night.
Right.
So I mean, I couldn't even give you their names if you
Understand.
asked me. So
no, and I certainly wasn't looking to talk with you about what occurred or who all was there that night, because I know you weren't there. I know everybody that was. I know everybody that was there at the time the incident occurred, according to everybody that was there.
Yeah.
I know of a couple folks that were there prior to the incident. Earlier in the evening. So, and so that's what I'm trying to figure out, is whatever set this off was, it was cataclysmic at that moment. Something happened in a split second of time, and the incident occurred.
I know, because like I said,
period.
I did see, and I seen both of them on Sunday, because when I picked Skip and I went to pick Chase up Chase is my son. That's our son's name. When I went to pick Chase up that afternoon, he and his dad, they were over at Wayne's house, so I went over there to pick him up. And when I got there, Skip asked me if I would give him a ride home, and I was like, sure. And as we left, she called, and she had just got off work, and she was like, well, I'm at Wayne's house. So we turned around and went back and picked her up, and then I took him and dropped him off at home, and that was the last time I talked to him before I got the call.
I got you.
About what happened. So.
All right. Well, look, I'm sorry for the loss of Miss Waller, and
she was a good person. She definitely was. So it's
certainly too bad Johnny's got himself in this predicament. So
this is definitely something I can't understand. I still
right.
But I'm also still struggling with the fact too that how physically impossible it basically was for him to even do it.
Well, I don't know that it was impossible or physically impossible, but
unless she was shot with a revolver, I don't see him being able to cock a gun back, not with the position he was in at the time. I guess anything's possible, but I don't see it.
Yeah, well, you don't have to have a revolver to make a handgun go off. I mean, I could offer you a bunch of different explanations.
Yeah, because I mean, there's kids every day who, accidentally.
Things happen.
I get that too at the same time.
I know
That's why I say, I mean, I wasn't there. I don't know what happened.
That's right.
Know?
Yeah.
I mean, and I don't know if any of us really ever will. So.
Well, I think the piece of it, I don't know that I'll ever find out is why.
Yeah.
You know, and I can only tell you that if Johnny's got something to say, he needs to let it be said, or he needs to tell it, because if not, then.
I was going to say, I don't even know. Honestly, I haven't even heard his side or his version of events. Because I haven't really even talked to anybody about it. Now, I mean, I do talk to him because, you know, he calls every day and talks to his son and stuff. So, but that's just, I mean, I haven't asked him one way or the other. I mean, you know, I don't know, and I don't know if I haven't asked him because I don't think he would tell me anything. Even if he knew anything, he probably wouldn't talk to me.
Right.
Just because that's just who he is.
I got it. I got you. So, all right. Well, look, I won't keep you. I certainly appreciate you giving me, 10, 15 minutes of your time. And if you think of something I need to know, you got my numbers. Call me. Let me know if you would. Okay.
Yeah, I would.
All right. Enjoy your afternoon with the kids, and I see you got a bunch of dog food. It looks like so.
Yeah. Well, I've got one with me. That's the puppy. We're just trying to get her used to being on the leash, but I got 2 more at home plus a cat. So we got a house.
You got your house full. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Take care. Be safe.
All right. Thank you too.
Next, Detective Butch meets with Jamie Chapple, Skip's sister. He wants to talk to her because she's the one who helped look for other handwriting samples after the letter surfaced. Jamie didn't know when the letter was written, but she confirmed it was found inside a small nightstand in the bedroom. And once she learned about the letter, she went back to the house trying to find anything else that could match the handwriting. She also told detectives she never saw Skip and Latoria argue or fight. Every time she was around them, they seemed fine. Body cam on.
Hey, is Miss Jamie here?
Yes, somebody here.
Hey, you want to step outside? You want me to come in?
You come in.
Okay, I'm fine. I just didn't want to invade your home and your family.
Oh no, you're fine.
Oh, I heard the voice on the TV. I thought you had more than one person.
Oh no, she had the TV blasted all the way up.
I got you. Is there a light we can turn on so I can see into my glasses?
Sure. Yeah.
I just wanted to check in with you and kind of see if I could pick your brain a little bit. We hadn't made contact from the last time I called you. You're good. Don't worry about it. I'm not going to be just a couple minutes.
Okay.
So when I had called you before, I wanted to talk to you about that letter y'all had come across, to see what you could tell me about it, or what you knew about it, or when it was written, or anything like that.
Well, I don't know when it was written, so
Okay.
I can't really pinpoint that situation.
Okay.
All I know is it was found,
Okay.
in the home.
Yes, ma'am.
Where they said it was a journal there, and that was, there with, all her stuff, and it was found.
Okay.
And they self-kept it and gave it to me, and I gave it to the lawyer.
Okay.
So then I had to go back over there to,
Over to Skip's house?
yes,
Okay.
to see if I can find, any more paper, with her handwriting or whatever,
Sure.
so I did.
Okay.
I found some more stuff that, because they was cleaning up stuff,
Yes, ma'am.
And I found some more paper. I found another journey that she had, where she was,
Had been
saying how
writing
she
some
was,
stuff.
yeah, how she was depressed and stuff like that. So, I gave it to the lawyer, but to know when it was written, I can't really say.
Okay.
That would be like me saying, well, you're up to this and I don't know.
Well, I didn't know if you had seen it in the past to know it was there, or if she had.
I knew she
I
had
guess
a
my thing
return.
is this: is everybody I've spoke to prior to this letter surfacing, everybody said she's been happy. There's never been any problems. Everything's good. Even on her side of the family, everybody says no, there's not been any problems. She's always real happy.
But
So then when the letter showed up, it was like, well, wait a minute now. I need to explore that, and that's my whole. I'm trying to explore how that fits or doesn't fit into this whole investigation. And then I'm waiting on the autopsy report to come in, because then that'll lay the most weight to it. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand that. I mean, it was times that we have talked, She'll tell me, sometimes, Jamie, I feel alone, and I'm like, you should feel that way.
Right.
Even though she have a big smile on her face, because she always has a smile on her face. I don't care. She can be feeling some type of way.
Right.
But when you see her, she have a smile on her
Understand.
face. She's happy.
Yeah.
And I'm not just saying that because he's my brother. And, they all good people. I know, and I want justice for both sides, not just one.
Absolutely.
But she always smiled, but she always did say when she come to me, she'll say, well, I just feel alone sometimes, And,
Yeah, I kind of got. When I read the letter, I kind of got the sense that she was missing her dad, or there was some. She was kind of disgruntled with her dad. There was. I can't remember something in the beginning about her mom. She was sad, something about her mom or her grandmother. It seemed like somebody passed away.
Yeah, her uncle did.
And then her uncle, yeah.
Yeah, her uncle did. I remember when he passed away. She was like, that was the only person I could really talk to.
How long ago was that?
Oh, I can't really say. I can't remember. I know that was about a year ago.
A year, okay.
Yeah, I want to say about a year ago. She was like. I really miss him because he's the only person I could talk to because she did have problems, with her dad, leaving her and stuff.
Yeah, she said that in that letter.
So I mean, she said that to me too,
Sure.
But she always still had a smile on her face because life goes on.
She put on a good front.
Yeah, and a lot of people go through things and hide it. So I don't know when they she wrote it or
Right.
I don't know when she because everybody have a journey. Everybody has stuff that they write and don't share with other people. She can only share just certain amount of things with me, but I can't really.
Did she ever share anything with you about her and Johnny's relationship?
She has told me.
She
told me, she's like, I love your brother. She was like, we have our little differences, we don't agree. She was like, but he's the only person that I can count on when it comes down to helping me, loving me, treating me like somebody. Every time they was together, I seen happiness, like any other relationship with any other couple. You know what I'm saying?
So, what would spark this event to occur?
I couldn't say nothing because that February 14th, that night, all over was happy. Everybody was there. My cousin Tanya said that Nanny called her. There was a couple people over there. You know what I'm saying? She said everybody was laughing and talking. You know what I'm saying? And she said they called her around about 10:45, almost 11 o'clock.
Right.
She said they was laughing, they was talking, everybody was having fun. So, I don't know.
Yeah, and that's the part I'm trying to wrap around. Something happened late in the night that set this into motion, and I don't know what that is. I have an idea, but I'm just trying to wrap my head around it. Yeah. And so
I think everybody trying to, but I can't say I wasn't there.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, I know there was a bunch of drinking going on. That's obvious. The liquor bottles that were
Turn
there.
that down and turn that off for a minute. I'm having a conversation. When I'm done, you can do it, okay? Thank you, ma'am. Yes, go ahead. Sorry.
I mean, you went to the house. You seen what it was like when y'all were over there cleaning up and stuff. So I mean,
yeah.
I'm trying to determine. How much that, and again, hopefully some of that'll come out in the lab reports and stuff we get back. But so.
Well, I hope so. I don't know. What happened, all of this. You hear 50 different stories. People make their own assumption and stuff.
Oh, absolutely.
But like I said, I don't know what happened. I wasn't there.
And and that's part of the reason why there's a lot of things with the investigation that I don't disclose, so that nobody can. If you tell her and she tells somebody and that somebody tells somebody else, by the time it gets back around to you hearing it again, it's changed 6 times about what's really gone on. And so that's why I don't, even when the news folks will ask you, hey, what about this evidence or that? I just don't talk on the evidence end of it. So.
Yeah, that's understandable. Like I tell people, you're only doing your job,
Sure.
And, you know, we only doing what we can try to do to try to, you know, solve the issue and stuff. You
Absolutely,
know?
we're all trying to work
You
for the
know.
same thing. I mean, I get
Like
it.
you know, like I tell anybody, you know, both of them, you know, my brother's my family, Nanny was my family on my mom's side.
Right.
So, you know, just a messed up situation, and I'm not on nobody's side because I wasn't there and I don't know what happened, but I want justice for both of them.
Well, yeah, you just want
for
justice no
one.
matter how it turns out. I got you.
And so,
Yeah.
but I never, know them as being, you know, the type of person where it, you know, it's like, you know, that, no.
Right.
So, I mean, I can't, you know, justify what happened, because I can't change that. But all I can say that, you know, when I seen them together, they was okay people, you know what I mean?
Okay. I got you. You know, because I get with different people I've talked to and different people that have come to me and said, well, I spoke to this person. So, for example, one of my fellow investigators talked to somebody who said, you need to go see this person. Mm-hmm. They've made the comment that they knew they fussed and fought, but they didn't know that they would get to this level. And I go speak to that person thinking they've got some detail, and all of a sudden it's, oh, well, they've had a great relationship. Yeah, they fuss, but, you know, I've never seen anything happen.
Yeah.
So there's little, I guess you call them innuendos from different people I spoke to, that there's something that's gone on in the past, but nobody's willing to come forward and say this is what it is. So
But see, my thing
that keeps leaving that speculation out.
My thing is, and I'm being honest,
Mm-hmm.
you can argue with somebody, you know, and then one person walk away from the argument and y'all come back and talk about it and y'all
Sure.
together, and there's no physical thing. Now they both have been in car wrecks together, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, and that come from, you know, they both were drinking, and, you know, that's bad for both of y'all to drink and get up on the wheel. And,
That's
you know,
right.
But that about it. I never seen my brother physical do anything to her. You know, they,
I got
you know,
you.
have their little arguments about, you know, disagreement about little small things, but I never seen him put his hand on her. And besides, I don't be there all the time, so I can't.
You don't know
really
for
say.
sure. I got you.
But where I'm there and they have a disagreement,
But
know,
you've never heard of them getting into a physical
no,
altercation.
not him
Yeah.
just, and you know, none of that. No, I can hear, you know, you wrong, well, you know,
Gotcha.
this, I need to leave because I don't want to be in a relationship because it's too much drama. And then the next 10, 15 minutes, they back laughing and talking, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, ma'am.
But that's with any relationship. If you've been with someone so many years, you
Sure.
know what I'm saying? So, I mean, that's all I can say because it's the truth, you know.
I got you.
But
So-
I don't really know when those things was wrong, but I do know she
Okay.
had a journal and she was writing it, you know, and so.
All right. So, I mean, so where we're at so far with this investigation, obviously, I told you I was going to give you a little update on it and stuff, is we're still waiting on stuff to come back from the crime lab. That's going to take a while. That doesn't happen overnight.
Yeah, I know that.
Once those reports come back, we'll have a far more, or maybe a better understanding of manner and cause of death. And the manner of cause and death is, you know, it'll be something related to a gunshot wound. It'll be whether it's homicide, suicide kind of thing. Then there'll be some other information that comes out in that report that'll give us, you know, a better indication of what occurred and how it occurred. You know, I'm still out interviewing, just like yourself, witnesses and family members. I call them witnesses, but they're more family members, just trying to get a historical understanding of the two of them and their relationship, because I'm trying to piece together the why.
Yeah.
You know,
I think everybody is, and I think
So-
everybody want to know, you know, if it was a suicide, why she didn't come talk to us about it, you know, or try to get help. And if, you know, that happened, then, you know, why,
Right.
you know, so I kind of understand that, you know, I'm still, you know, just, you know, in the days of, you know, how that happened and how it ended up to be where we at now to this
Right.
day, so.
So just a couple things, and I'll tell you just from the things I observed. There's, when somebody shoots themselves, there's usually like gunpowder residue and stippling and burning from the muzzle flash that comes off the front of the gun. I didn't see any of that, but now that doesn't mean that the medical examiner won't find some of that, but I don't, you know, I leave that up to them, but I use that, I just look for indicators on the clothing and on the skin tissue and things such as that. So, yeah, so, and that comes from you know, if you're close, then you get a ripping and tearing of flesh and clothing because of the blast, the explosion that comes off the front of the gun. Versus that if you were shot from a further distance, it's more cylindrical, it's more round. So there's some of those things that, you know, have to be considered and looked into. So
I mean, that's understandable. I mean,
okay,
you know, I'm just.
and that's what we're waiting on. We're waiting on that kind of information. So
Okay.
so he's been indicted. If you understand what that term means, okay. I didn't know if you knew that or not. And I think that's, other than me still talking to folks, that's probably about the crux or the most of what's been going on. So, okay. I haven't gotten the phones back yet. The phones are still being, I think 2 of them they couldn't get into, and they're still trying to get in the other 2, I think, is how that is working.
Okay.
Okay. So hopefully we'll get some information when the phones come back.
Well, I hope so too, and
Okay.
I appreciate everything y'all doing and stuff. And another thing, he said that he have problems with his arm and if you hurt him, and
Okay.
that he's not getting his medicine like he should.
Okay.
I would like for him to get his medicine because I understand, he's been treated as as an inmate and the consequences. But he said that
Sure.
because the skin grafted off his leg and they put it on his arm, he's in more pain than anything, And like he said that, he's not, getting the proper care that he needs when it comes to that. And then he said that he got a bill for $6,000. And I told him, I was going to call up there and, check on it for him. Or his wife said she was going to do it. So I was trying to check on that and see what was going on with that.
Now the bill I wouldn't have any idea about. I'll go out on a limb and I'll say whatever the doctor's prescribed, he should be getting whatever medication he's supposed to get as prescribed by the doctor. I can call and ask them to look into it, but they're not going to reveal his medical records to me. In other words, they're not going to let me look in his records and verify they are in fact doing that. But I can certainly try to make a phone call and just say, hey, y'all, check with the nurse and make sure he's getting his medications, whatever those are, as he's supposed to. I mean, I can at least, I can make that phone call.
Well, I appreciate that because he is truly loved,
Sure.
And I mean, like, he's not a bad person. I mean, everybody make mistakes if that is the case, and if it ain't the case, and he's not a bad person. He's still my brother and I love him.
Absolutely.
And why he's going through his situation
Well, you got to support him. I get it.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to be there. And the whole world can't turn their back on him. So, and I wouldn't expect that from any of his family members or friends. So,
I just want to make sure he's okay in there because he can't defend himself with one arm. So,
well, he's not. They won't put him in general population. He's in a. It's not a medical dorm, but it is in a. If he's still in the bullpen, there's no more than, I want to say, last time when I worked in there, but that's been years ago. There's usually no more than either 6 or 8 people in the bullpen, in one of the male bullpens. And that's usually meant for folks that are injured, like your brother, or aren't able to, if they had to defend themselves, they're in a position of not being able to adequately defend themselves. So it's meant for, they house folks like him there.
okay. Then.
Okay, if they do move them up to a larger dorm, then we have a lot of times they have like a medical. I believe they have a medical dormitory that folks that have some other special needs that need a little more care and protection kind of thing. Okay. I think they're still doing that. I think when COVID was going on, they called it their COVID dorm. So I don't know if they've changed that or not. So, okay.
Well, I appreciate it. I just be worried about it,
Yep, I understand. Well, I'll get out of your hair so this young lady can blast the TV set.
Well, she's going to be deaf before she hits 17 and she keep on.
She will, that's right.
Well,
All right.
You take
Wow,
care
that's
now.
okay, you two. Y'all have any questions, call me, okay?
I promise you I will.
All right. Anything else I should that you know about that I need to know about to maybe help? Or, no?
I wish I did.
Okay.
Trust me. If I did, I'd be gladly to.
Understand. Not a
I
problem.
don't at this moment.
Okay.
But if I hear anything from across something, I promise you I'll let you know.
Okay. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
Next up, Detective Butch meets with Nell Chapple, Skip's actual wife. A lot of people kept calling her his ex, but during the investigation, Butch confirms they're still legally married. Nell told detectives she never saw Skip or Latoria argue or get physical. From what she witnessed, they always seemed fine together. She also confirmed that her mother, Kathy Hill, is the one who found the letter, and she pointed out something important. The letter never mentioned Skip at all. Detective Butch needed to hear her full perspective on their relationship, the night in question, and anything she might know about Skip's behavior. Body cam on.
I'm Robert Butch. Very nice to meet you. I appreciate you. I tried to call and let you know as I'm away, but well, the phone kept ringing a voicemail, so I thought, well, they either on it or got it tied up or something. But anyway, I'm just checking with folks that maybe can help give me some history information on Skip and maybe Latoria, Nanny, and maybe y'all can tell me a little something about their relationship, or see what y'all can help me with.
I really don't know a lot about their relationship, but
Okay.
she's always been a nice person.
Right.
You know.
What about Skip?
He okay. He
Yeah.
just like to be in the streets. That's why we ain't work out.
Gotcha. Yeah, I think your mom said you like to go to work and come home.
Yeah,
and
he don't. He
somebody
like to
else
be
is-
hanging out in the street.
I don't know who that.
Oh, y'all going to the house? I'm busy. Yeah.
I got you. You know how to. The kids just want to know what's going on.
Yeah.
I think another one just popped out around the corner too.
That's my nephew. He was
Oh, I got you. So do you know of anything about, did they fuss and fight a lot? Was there arguments physical or anything like that? Or
I never saw him fuss a fight, you know.
Okay.
But
how about you and him with history? Did y'all ever have any kind of physical issues?
no.
Nothing like that? Just regular arguments?
Yeah, just him being out in the street. That was my main problem. He ain't never want to come home. He wanted to stay out. That was my main problem.
So when you say he was out in the street,
Like, he didn't want to go to work. He didn't want to come home. He wanted to hang around his boys, and I work every day.
Right.
You know, so
yeah, that's what your mama said. She said you,
Yeah.
hang on, somebody else popping out the door now.
that's my niece.
I
Mike,
got
she's
you.
18 though. Go in the
got
house.
They all interested.
Yeah.
We should have brought them all out here and introduced myself
I
at
know,
one time
right?
and said, okay.
But my Skip is my kid's dad though.
Right. I kind of gathered some of
Yeah.
that information. So,
Yeah.
and that's one of the reasons why I wanted to reach out to you and whoever else I can get in contact with, because I'll tell you, there's in some of the conversations I've had with folks, some comments are made kind of, I don't want to say sideways, but there'll be some comments made about, well, people fuss and fight, and and there'll be some kind of innuendo that maybe something physical. There was some history of some
Yeah.
physical issues going on, but nobody will come out and tell me that. And so, and I was talking about between their relationship.
Yeah. And I was around them, like a lot of times,
Right.
and it wasn't no, I wouldn't say no violent, dealing or nothing. That was always okay around me. So
Right.
I don't know, and he never ever get my kids. So when I did see them, they were good,
Gotcha.
but
So he never came and got the kids or visited with the kids?
I take him over there to see him sometimes. But now I guess 'cause he locked up, he want to call every day, and
This is one of, I don't know, one of the other kids is back.
go jump on the trampoline, Kalia. So now he want to call every day, and and I try just because he's locked up, and I don't know his state of mind to let
Sure.
him talk to his kids, but I don't like that. But
I got you. What about Latoria? What about Nanny?
she was good with my kids.
Yeah. Do you ever know her to be depressed or unhappy or anything like that?
She never, me and her, we don't even really talk like that, but
Okay.
I didn't dislike her and she didn't dislike me.
Right.
But we didn't have conversations on that level about, their relationship.
Sure.
Yeah, if we talk, it'd be like, oh, okay, y'all need to get my kids, or
to that nature. But
I mean, 'cause, you know, I've seen the letter that's floating around, and so I'm trying to understand the history and the background behind that.
Yeah. I don't know. I know my mama found it.
Right.
When we were cleaning up, the rent man called me, and my uncle worked with the rent man.
Okay.
And I was wondering, like, why
What's
y'all
your
calling
uncle's
me?
name? Is that?
Gerald Ward.
Okay, I think I met him.
Okay. He
Big guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He called me and was like, y'all need to get this stuff out this house. And I was like, well, you know, y'all could just throw it away. But then I called Skip's sister and I was like, so what y'all want to do? She was like, well, I'm gonna meet you over there. And she never showed up. So we had already drove down now. So my mama then went and I was like, I don't even think this is right, you know, to be going through their stuff because I am his wife, but I wasn't living here.
Right.
So her and my nephew went in there and started going through the stuff and all that. And then she came, I was at the door, she came and brought me the letter. And I was like, oh, this sounds like suicide, but I don't know.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, look,
Just us speculating,
though.
though.
I've read the letter. There's some depressing, some sad thoughts in there. You know, there's one statement, I don't know how to read it. I mean, I could interpret it that that's what she meant. But it could have been old though, you know. Well, that was my thing. One, it's not dated, so I don't know how old it was. Right. The second thing I thought about it is nowhere in any of that, and that's the reason why I think it's older, is nowhere in there doesn't mention anything about Skip. You know, hey, I'm going to miss you when I'm gone. I love you. Nothing. It doesn't say anything good or bad. It talks about her mom. It talks about her dad. It talks about an uncle that she's going to be with. She loves her aunts, her cousins. Nothing about him, though. Yeah, and so I assume it's an older letter. I just, you know, the folks that I've kind of talked to, everybody says that Nanny was, as far as I knew, happy. Yeah, I thought she was happy too. And then, you know, Miss Jamie, when I spoke with her, she makes a good point. I mean, you never know how somebody's feeling when they're in their house, and or when they're alone, and I get that. So. Anyway, we had no violence. I mean, we were good. It's just that he didn't want to man up and be a man. That was my problem. And then he was out there doing his thing. I was doing my thing, you know, because I was unhappy too. So I mean, that's it. I got you. So somebody had said something about, and I may have misunderstood it. That he had knocked the teeth out of some woman's mouth or something. Probably me. I ain't got no teeth, but he didn't hit me though. Okay. I got him pulled. Okay. I got him pulled. And so I don't know if the person that mentioned it was speaking of you or somebody else, because they didn't say a name. That's what they say about me, but I got all mine pulled. Okay. And me and him never had any domestic disputes or anything. I did with my current boyfriend after him, you know, and I called the police every time. Anything. Well, don't put up with that. Right. So, you know, it would have been documented that me and him had something going on, but I didn't know. I got you. Yeah, he ain't hit me. No. You ain't putting up with that. Oh, nah. Yeah. Anybody else you can think of that I need to talk to that? I just know he be around Wayne all the time and Jamie. Right. You know, but. Well, and I've spoke to Wayne on one occasion. He's really not wanting to talk much to me. Yeah. And I understand why. You know, and then when you talk to him, you know, it's protected. You know, he's guarded, I guess I could say, and I get that too. You know, he cares for Nanny and he cares for Skip. So. You know, it just is what it is. Right. I'm just trying to get my head wrapped around about what caused this to go on. Me too. I have an idea, but I kind of just hold on to that for now and just trying to see where things take me, and we'll see. So, all right. Okay. All right. Well, look, if you think of anything I need to know, you've got my number. Call me. Hopefully I won't bother you anymore, but I do appreciate you meeting with me for a few minutes. Thank you so much. All right. All right. See you. All right. Yes, ma'am. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.
Next on the list is Quata Gibson, better known as Quay, Kamisha's boyfriend, and one of the people who was actually inside Skip's house just hours before Latoria was shot. Detective Butch didn't catch up with him until April 5th. Almost 2 months had passed, but he still needed to hear Quay's version of that night. According to the case file, Quata Gibson and Kamisha were at the house earlier that evening. drinking, hanging out, and they left sometime between midnight and about 2:30 a.m. before the shooting happened. He confirmed Skip was there, Latoria was there, and said everybody seemed to be getting along. Quay told detectives he never saw a gun, never heard anything unusual, and thought Latoria was wearing a white robe the last time he saw her. Detective Butch meets him at his home to put the pieces together. Body cam on.
Hey, how are you? Hey, is Quay here by chance this morning?
Yeah.
Oh, can you have him, you see if he'll come to the door and talk with me for a minute? Hey, how are you? I'm doing good. I just wanted to chat with Quay for just a minute or two, if he don't mind. Push that door too all the way. Hey, buddy, how are you? How are you, man? What's been happening with you? You been doing okay?
Yeah, just working like I don't know what.
I hear you. I didn't know if I was going to catch you this early or not.
Oh, yeah, I just got off.
Oh, you work nights?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Man, I'm sorry to bother you. I'll try not to keep you long then so you can go to bed.
Yeah.
You know, I'm trying to reach out to everybody that was over at Skip and Nanny's house that night.
Yeah.
And that's all I wanted to chat with you about. I just wanted to see what you could tell me about what was going on that night, and maybe you can help me figure out what happened or what was the catalyst that caused this whole thing to go off.
I really don't even know. Everything was fine. We were there.
Right.
I mean, I don't know.
So who all was there when you were there?
Shit, just me and my old lady were there.
And that's Kamisha?
Yeah, Kamisha.
Okay, so you and her were there, and then Skip and Nanny. I got you. Y'all just hanging out, doing a little Valentine's Day party?
Yeah, that was Valentine night. I don't really know.
I got you. What time you think you left?
We left. Dang. Oh.
You think it was after midnight?
Yeah, I think it was.
Okay.
I think it was.
So it had to be between midnight and we got our call at 2:30. So you think it was closer to 2:30 or you think it was closer to midnight?
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, about. Yeah, it was closer to 2:30.
Closer to 2:30?
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
Okay. As long as they ain't bugging me. But everything was going good. Everybody was getting along just fine.
Mm-hmm. I ain't showing no signs of that.
Right.
That was going on.
How was their relationship when you was around them? Were you around them quite a bit, or?
I'm saying like when I was around, still always loving on them.
Right.
Yeah, always loving on them. I don't know too much about that, man.
Well, that's the piece of it I'm trying to. So something had to have happened from when you all left to whenever, because y'all had to have left shortly before the incident occurred.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm trying to figure out, if I can, is what that catalyst was. What set something off? Because Skip had made a comment that that she had started hitting him or something like that.
Never seen.
Somehow some little physical tussle started in the kitchen.
Never
And so that didn't happen while y'all was there.
I never seen.
I got you.
I ain't.
Well, when we spoke to him, he had mentioned that everybody was gone. The only two people there there was four people there, him and Nanny, and then Lowe's lady.
See, I ain't even know they were there.
Right.
They must have had been in the back room. See, I don't.
Yeah.
Like when we were there, they never came out.
I got you.
I don't really know too much about none of that, but
Did you ever see him get into any physical pushing and shoving? Nanny and Skip.
Yeah, but I never seen her have no type of altercation.
Right.
You know, because I done been around a few times.
Sure.
Yeah, but I don't. Skip always loving on her.
Right. Well, and I mean, look, you know, and I mean, look, the empty liquor bottles and stuff was laying around, so it ain't like there wasn't a party going on. So, you know, I don't know if maybe something happened and alcohol was involved in it. I mean, obviously there was, because there was all these empty liquor bottles, and excuse me. So could that have played a part in whatever occurred? I mean, I don't know. I'm trying to wrap my head around the whole thing and try to figure out what the catalyst was. What was the trigger that set this thing off? And you got any idea where a gun came from? You ever see a gun in the house? No.
No, I ain't. Yeah, no.
Well, I mean, look, I ain't trying to put you in a corner in that respect, but
I'm telling you the truth,
Yeah.
I don't know nothing about it. You know,
I got you.
I don't even see what the hell went on.
Yeah.
Still part to me.
Well, that seems to be what, you know, all of us are kind of thinking that same thing. It's still, you know, I just. All right. So no, you never witnessed them having any physical altercations. Everything was peaceful and quiet when you all left between midnight and 2:30. Because I mean, heck, if you all left at 2:30, whatever happened right after you all left. Let me ask you this: do you remember what Nanny was wearing?
I don't know.
I mean, was she wearing clothes, or was she in pajamas, or something else, or?
I think she had that little robe on. I don't know that. I'm trying to see, did she have that robe on or something?
What did the robe look like?
It was like a white robe.
A white robe? Okay. I don't remember seeing a white robe. Doesn't mean there wasn't one there, but.
Yeah.
Do you know how the bedroom door broke off?
Bedroom door.
Yeah,
I don't know. I think that shit like been happened or something like that.
Okay.
You know, cause that shit was like, they house was like, that shit was tore all apart when they moved there.
Is that right?
Yeah, and Skip, he want to put that house together really.
Okay.
Yeah, he had to put doors on it. Skip did everything to the house.
I got you. All right. I can't think. I can't think of nothing else. I mean, look, you know, I mean, it is what it is. You know, I just, you know, I'm just trying to figure out, and I may never be able to, and we may not ever. And I say we, I mean we collectively as a Baldwin County community may never fully know why this occurred. You know what I mean? What set it off? I'm sure some of it was alcohol related, but now what caused the spat to start up, or the argument to start? I don't know. You know. Yeah. So, all right. You got anything else, or anything you can think of that might help me understand all of it, or put it all together?
I don't know, man.
I got you. Well, look, I'll leave you with my card. If something happens over the next week, 2 weeks, 3, 4 months, whatever, and you think of something that I need to know, or you hear something I need to know, just holler at me. Let me know, because, you know, we got to do right by everybody involved.
Yeah.
So, all right, man.
All right.
I appreciate you. Go get some rest.
I know, right?
All right, man.
All right.
Thank you.
All right, you welcome.
All right, now that we've heard from Key, and because so many people have been asking, let's finally go through this letter, page by page. You've already seen the images earlier in the video, but now we're going to read exactly what each page says, straight from the case file. This first page isn't really part of the letter. It looks more like practice signatures. It says, I, Latoria Ann Waller, is changing my name to Nanny Goat Nanny. I only feel hurt from January 26th, 2022. There's some signatures here, some crossed out lines. Nothing emotional or personal. Looks more like scribbles and name practice. Page 2, main letter, page 1. Now let's get into the actual letter. Y'all don't forget my birthday, August 27th. Sorry I hurt y'all, but I found a better place. I'll see y'all when you get here. Me and Uncle B having a good time. Ma, keep your head up. Sorry I left you, but know your baby's okay. Stay strong, y'all. Latoria Ann Waller, AKA Nanny Pooh. Page 3, main letter, page 2. Second page reads, I don't care about that. Never did. I just hated the fact that a lady bragged about what you did for her and her kids. I felt like that should have been me and my mom. Both grandmas, I love y'all to death. Uncle Henry, my second dad. Always there. I appreciate that. Love you. Uncle B, I love you and miss you, but I'm on the way. Aunties, I love you. Uncles, I love you. Cousins, I love you. Page 4, main letter, page 3. Show the page. Last page says, everybody know how I am about my best friend Mom. Lately, I feel like her love fading away daily. It never been a time I asked her for anything, and she not give it to me. Now it's different. I know I disappointed her growing up. I'm sorry for that. Mommy, I'm sorry. Dad, I haven't forgot about you. I know you love me, but you really didn't show it. Other things came before me. Your only child. They tried to turn me against you because you did drugs. So that's everything, exactly as it appears in the case file. No skipping pages, no changing words, just straight from the evidence. Now that you've heard the letter in full, let's move into the final part of this investigation. Skip's interview with his lawyer inside the interrogation room. Body cam on.
I'll get the light for you. Okay, buddy. All right, thank you. Hey, how are you? Good. My name is Robert Bush. Have a seat. I'm actually the lead investigator that's working the case that we're all on. Ultimately, I got what I have a search warrant here, basically, and this is for me to get a couple of cheek swabs from you. You familiar with a buccal swab?
A buccal swab?
Yes, sir.
A swab for what?
Just to get a sample of your DNA.
DNA?
Yes, sir.
For what?
So, I'm not going to talk to you about the case and all, because you, back in the previous time when we was trying to interview with you, you requested an attorney.
Yeah.
So, I believe in being upfront and honest with you, but so some of the evidence that we collected at the house was some blood evidence that came back tested positive for blood. And so that's what we're doing. I'm going to have the crime lab test the blood evidence against your DNA, against Latoria's DNA, that kind of thing, just so we can identify whose it is. Does that sound fair to you?
Okay.
Okay. So, this won't take but just a couple minutes, if I can ever get my ink pen out.
But do my lawyer know about that?
Hang on one second. Hang on, he'll be here in just a second. Apparently he just pulled up.
Okay.
So we'll just wait on him.
Okay.
Okay?
And none of this still ain't making no sense. Be honest with you.
Come on in.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good, John. Pretty good.
You want to sit?
Yeah.
So you're a little more comfortable?
Sure.
I don't know if it's got a bunch of wheels underneath it or not. I mean,
Be all right.
yeah, it is. I'd shake your hand. I've already gloved up though.
Very good.
My name's Robert Butch. I'm the investigator that's kind of leading us off.
Okay.
I didn't know you were coming out today until late yesterday. I'd already prepared a search warrant to get some of his DNA samples. What this is? I do. Yep, in this package.
Okay. All right. Could you talk to him real quick, and then you can.
Sure.
Okay.
You want me to take my camera out of here?
Yeah. Maybe just give me a minute with him.
It's still a camera, however you want to do it.
Is this room recorded?
It is. It's not. I mean, the camera runs. The mic's hot. It's not recording.
Okay.
So I can go and try and cut the mic off, unless you want to do this, and then I can.
Are you cool with him taking your buccal swab, or do you talk about that first? They got a search warrant to take a buccal swab
Here you go.
of your DNA. What are y'all going to compare it to? Do you have something to compare it to, or is it just?
Well, that's what this is. So at the crime scene, there was some blood samples that were, or suspected blood that was found.
Okay.
Those samples were collected and sent to the crime lab. The crime lab come back and said, yes, it is blood. So we need a sample of, obviously they have a sample of Latoria Waller's.
Right.
They need a sample of his.
Okay.
So I have a search warrant to get a sample of his DNA. So
Okay.
we're just going to do a buccal swab and be done with it.
All right. You have any questions about that? They've got a warrant to take a swab to get a DNA sample from you that they're going to compare to some evidence. They've got a warrant to do that. So he's able to do it.
Okay.
You have any issue? And then once he's done with that, I guess we'll be able to go over there and talk.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Do you have any questions about that?
I don't got no problem with it. I sure don't.
All right. Just for me.
It's actually his, but I'll give you a copy before you leave if you'd like. Like I said, I was kind of waiting around because I knew you were coming.
I was trying to get your check from court.
So, Mr. Johnny or Mr. Chapple, let me tell
I
you.
still don't even know what that's for.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm still low.
What don't you know what's for?
I know they got something to do with the case, but I still don't understand it. But
So
I know you saying y'all found some blood.
there was some blood found in your bedroom where Miss Waller was found. Okay. There was some blood evidence found on different materials and things such as that. So we don't know if that blood is Miss Waller's or yours. And so this is going to go, and I'm just going to swab the insides of your cheek. I'll send it off to the lab, and they're going to be able to tell me whose blood is whose. Okay?
Okay.
That's all it is.
Okay.
All right, so look, I kind of do this the same way when I do this. Let me get this out of my way. I don't want that to fall. So you can see these are new boxes, right? They've not been opened up or anything. The only thing that's been to them is I've added your name to it, right? Okay. Same with the buccal swabs. It's basically a large Q-tip. You can see through it and see it. Mm-hmm. Okay. So it's just a large Q-tip. You can see it's sealed and it's perfect in the package. You want to look at it?
I see it.
Okay.
I got my look now.
That's fine.
So this okay?
All right. So ultimately, I'm going to pop open this box. And I'm just going to close up one end of it so the buccal swab doesn't fall through it. Same thing with this one. And so I don't try to play any games in here. I try to be straight up with you.
Yes, sir. I just know because lad to tell them when that night when everything had happened, I was there. I wanted to try to help. I can't help with them. You know what I'm saying? And you want him. It was another detail.
Right. That's because I was at the crime scene for the longest time.
Because the police brought me home.
Yep.
And
I had them come in and interview you.
I asked you that.
Yep. I had them come and interview you because I was at the crime scene. And then because they had already started talking to you initially, I didn't want to disrupt that conversation you all had going, so I didn't come in at all and interview with you. I let them do it. Okay?
Yes, sir.
All right, so all I'm going to do is I'm going to scrub one side of your mouth with this. I'm going to stick it in the box, and I'm going to scrub the other side with the other one.
Okay.
Okay, fair to you?
Or y'all want to take my blood or something?
No. I'm going to start off on the right-hand side. just going to close this up. And then we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Okay? Just sit relaxed. It's really pretty. That's all there is to it.
Hey,
Yes,
I had a doctor appointment yesterday, and they counted it too. Now I need
Okay.
a therapy for my hand.
Okay.
I don't know why they did it, but they said they had to take some. I don't know y'all short of staff or what. So
I don't know either. This is the first I've heard about it, so when the jailer gets back up here with you, I'll talk to him.
Well, they counted it yesterday, though. I guess I'm gonna have to wait next week sometime, but I need that therapy.
Okay. I'll find out about it, or I'll let them know that you missed a doctor appointment. I'm sure the nurse knows.
They told me yesterday, but I already know when they had walked me down there, and they like, you can take Johnny back because we scheduled an appointment. So the nurse told me yesterday morning.
Okay.
They canceled my doctor appointment, and they rescheduled or something.
Okay. All right, I'll make sure Major Adams knows, just to make sure he is that he knows that you missed it. So
he was down there.
Okay.
He said it.
Okay, perfect.
Because they were taking me down from the table.
Okay, let me set this stuff in. I'll make a phone call.
Okay.
And then we'll get y'all rearranged over to the other side for you. Is that be all right with you?
Yeah, that's good.
Okay.
Let me give them this while I got it. There's a copy of what I've got so far.
It's not a game, it's a rich thing.
All right, after hours of body cam, interviews, reports, and trial records, we're finally at the end of this story. This Latoria Nanny Waller case has been a straight roller coaster. From a Valentine's night that should have been regular, to a death that was first called an overdose, to a homicide with a missing gun, a suspicious letter, and a boyfriend running barefoot down the street, plus a random suitcase popping up in the neighbor's backyard that added a whole extra storyline by itself. We've watched what the officers saw, listened to what people said, and dug into what the GBI and the courts eventually proved. Now, in this last part, I want to slow it down and really walk through it. What the evidence shows, what the jury decided, and what still doesn't totally add up. A Baldwin County jury found Johnny Skip Chapple guilty. The judge sentenced him to life in prison without the possibility of parole, plus 10 years. But before we just stamp case closed on this, we need to break down the big pieces, starting with the gun and the GBI testing, and clear up a correction I need to make from earlier in this series. I want to clear something up, because if I'm going to walk y'all through these cases, I've got to be able to admit when I got something wrong. Anytime I cover a case like this, I try to stay locked in on facts, evidence, timelines, what happened, and what didn't. If I can't back it up with paperwork or verified info, I don't want to say it. But in this series, I did get one important detail wrong, and a few of y'all in the comments caught it before I did. If you've been watching since the beginning, you probably remember people saying, "You can see a gun in that dresser, right behind the door." One comment that stuck with me was from Jason Poole. He said there was a gun in the dresser, plain as day. I replied back and told him, "That's not the gun. The gun was not found in the house." And that's where I messed up. I never denied there was a gun in that shot. I saw it like y'all did. Where I went wrong was saying it wasn't the murder weapon and that police never found the gun inside the house. At the time, I was looking at how the investigation looked early on. They're bringing in K-9s, walking the wood line, checking the neighbor's backyard, getting tips that white boy Wayne had the gun, not once but twice. And then weeks later, they're still pressing the Broom family about whether Skip handed anyone a weapon to hold. From that behavior, it really looked like law enforcement didn't have the murder weapon. But once I slowed down and went back through the full case file and the GBI reports, the picture changed. The paperwork shows deputies did recover a SCCY 9mm pistol from inside that bedroom in the same dresser area people were pointing out. That pistol was sent to the GBI crime lab. When the ballistics came back, the GBI confirmed that the bullet taken from Latoria's body and the shell casing from the bed both matched that SCCY 9mm. On top of that, ATF tracing showed that same gun was reported stolen back in 2020. The owner said it went missing while his car was getting detailed. So here's the truth, straight from the reports. That gun from the dresser is the murder weapon in this case. Why were detectives still out there searching, hitting white boy Wayne, and pressing the neighbors if they had that pistol in evidence? Because at that point in time, they didn't know if it was the gun. Skip wasn't talking, and the lab results weren't back yet. So they treated it like just a gun at the scene and kept working the case like the real murder weapon might still be in somebody's hand, in the woods, or sitting at another house. Once the GBI ballistics came back and tied that SCCY 9mm to the bullet and casing, that question was closed. That's when, on paper, that gun officially becomes the murder weapon. So I want to be clear. The folks in the comments pointing out the gun in the dresser were right. I moved too fast, leaned on the early part of the investigation, and told y'all something that turned out not to be true. That's on me. And if we're going to keep breaking these cases down together, this is how it's going to go. When the evidence proves I'm wrong, I'm going to come back, say it out loud, and correct it. Now, with that straightened out, we can talk about what the GBI reports actually proved. The gun, the bullet, the casing, the GSR, and how all of that helped this case get to a verdict. Starting with the forensics, that 9mm pulled from the bedroom dresser was sent to GBI. They test-fired it and matched it to two things: the shell casing found on the bed and the bullet taken from Latoria's body. On paper, that pistol is the gun that killed her. Both Skip and Latoria tested positive for gunshot residue, which can happen in any close-range shooting. But according to the GBI report, Skip had more GSR particles than she did, levels that line up more with someone who fired a gun or was right up on it when it went off. The autopsy locked the rest in. One gunshot wound to the chest, no exit wound, and the manner of death ruled a homicide. Not an overdose, not an accident. When GBI finally got into the electronics, it didn't just give them timestamps, it gave them a picture of the world Johnny Skip Chapple and Latoria Waller were living in. On one phone, they start in the images folder and see Skip over and over again. Pictures of him with a handgun tucked in his waistband, shots of him flashing a stack of cash, and in some photos, the money is literally stuffed in his mouth like a prop. Then they move into the search history. Somebody on that device had been looking up gang references, GDs, gangster disciples, and a long list of pill searches. White tablets stamped M365, M523, M367, top 10 narcotic pills, Lortabs, hydrocodone 325 and 5 mg doses, even what amount of cocaine is worth $50. Mixed in with that, you see regular life stuff, local businesses, IRS support, and then a heavy line of adult websites and adult entertainment. GBI also notes that it's not just one profile. That report lists around 20 different user accounts built around different spellings of Latoria Waller's name. On paper, that ties a lot of that activity back toward her identity, whether she was the one doing it in real time or not. In the messages, they pull a chat from September 12, 2021, just after 5 in the morning. Mika Ward texted Latoria and said, "We want to buy a gram, and where's Skip at?" To the defense, that's just street talk between people who like to party. To the state, it's one more brick in the wall of drug activity they say surrounds this relationship. And GBI doesn't stop with one device. They move on to a second phone that appears to belong to Johnny G. Skip Chapple. His own account information references G. Skip Chapple. That one is loaded. The images folder has thousands of files, a lot of profile-style pictures of random women pulled from Facebook and gaming sites, mixed with a large amount of adult pornography and seductively dressed women. Some of it is tied to major adult platforms like Brazzers.com and OnlyFans, and some of it looks like homemade adult content. The video folder has dozens of clips, and Skip shows up in several of them. Self-recorded videos of him in the living room at 104 Town Street, moving around that space like it's his personal stage. The text message folder lists hundreds of message files, but most of them read like app notifications and system messages instead of long, deep conversations. None of that, by itself, is a smoking gun for murder. But this is the backdrop the jury is being shown. Guns, pills, cash, adult content, late night, we want to buy a gram messages, multiple accounts tied to Latoria's name, and Skip on camera inside 104 Town Street. Then there's the letter. It was found in a red spiral notebook inside a nightstand. It looks old, and it never mentions Skip by name. Her family told detectives the handwriting didn't quite look like hers, and there's no handwriting expert in the file saying it is or isn't hers. So the letter ends up sitting in a gray area, emotional and suspicious, but not the thing that makes or breaks this case. Even without that letter, you still have the gun, the GBI results, the GSR, the autopsy, the phone timeline, and all of this electronic evidence pointing back toward the world Skip and Latoria were moving in. Even with all that evidence laid out, this case still has some loose ends and contradictions that never really got tied up. We already talked about the gun. Detectives pulled a 9mm from the bedroom dresser, but for a while they still moved like the murder weapon was missing. Then there was the suitcase, the thing that had everybody's imagination going. A suitcase shows up in the Broom family's backyard, the same yard Skip ran to barefoot. At first glance, it felt like it might be tied directly into this homicide. But when deputies opened it up, it wasn't a murder clue. It was a dope case. The suitcase had a substantial amount of marijuana inside. The sheriff's office turned it over to the drug task force, and from there, it was treated as its own separate investigation. In the reports tied to Latoria's death, that suitcase gets ruled out as evidence in this case. No link back to the shooting is documented, and no further details about it are laid out in the homicide file. Now let's talk about the CPR situation, because this is one part of the trial that does not line up with what we see on video. During trial, the state put medical examiner Dr. Andrew Koopmeiners on the stand, the same doctor who performed Latoria's autopsy. He told the jury the main injury was the gunshot entrance wound in the upper left chest, and that the only other injury he saw on her chest was a small abrasion in the center of the sternum. He testified that this kind of mark normally comes from CPR, and based on that, he told jurors that Latoria received CPR from a Milledgeville police officer. But here's the problem. If you go back to the body cam, Milledgeville police are the first ones on scene, and you can clearly hear one of the officers say she still has a faint pulse when they're checking her. Standard protocol is simple. You don't do chest compressions on somebody who has a pulse. On top of that, from everything we see on that body cam inside the house, nobody from Milledgeville PD is doing CPR on Latoria. They check her, they secure the scene, and then one officer literally says, "Let's go. The sheriff's department will handle this," and they clear out. Now, I can't tell you exactly what did or didn't happen once EMS had her off camera or at the hospital. I wasn't there for that, and it's not on the footage I have. What I can say is this. The story the jury heard about CPR doesn't match what we actually see and hear on the body cam from inside that house. And that makes this part of the testimony feel off, at the very least. Once all the evidence was in front of the state, the gun, the GBI reports, the interviews, the phone records, and that letter, this case moved out of the interview rooms and into the courtroom. In April of 2023, a Baldwin County jury sat through a 4-day murder trial. 12 people, 7 women and 5 men, listened to everything. The officers, the GBI scientists, the medical examiner, the neighbors, the people who were in that house, and Latoria's own family. This wasn't some easy open and shut decision for them either. During deliberations, they asked to see the videos again. They asked the judge to reread the instructions on felony murder and malice murder. At one point, they even told the court they weren't sure they could reach a unanimous verdict. And that matters, because when a jury can't agree, you're looking at a hung jury and a possible mistrial. This case was very close to that line. For a moment, it really looked like Skip might walk away a free man, at least for the time being. Judge Bradley sent them back to keep working. And a little over 4 hours after they first started deliberating, they finally came back into that courtroom with a decision. Johnny Skip Chapple was found guilty of 2 counts of felony murder, guilty of aggravated assault, and guilty of possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. He was found not guilty of malice murder. The clerk read each count one by one, and then the judge had every juror polled. Each juror said the same thing. The verdict they gave in the jury room was their verdict in open court. After that came the part no family ever forgets, the victim impact statements. Latoria's aunt, Sonia, stood up and told the court that Latoria wasn't just her niece, she was her sister's backbone. She talked about how the family still hasn't recovered and how Latoria's mother died not long after losing her daughter from the weight of that grief. Her father, Carl, told the judge this was his only daughter. He talked about missing her smile, her hugs, and how every family gathering feels different now that she's gone. For him, this was never just a case number. It was his child. Before sentencing, the court also heard about Skip's past. According to public records, he'd been arrested multiple times before this case for things like assault, terroristic threats, burglary, drug charges, obstruction, and previous firearm offenses. All of that was on the table when the judge had to decide what to do with him. When it was time, Judge Bradley had Skip stand and told him directly that the jury had rejected his claim that Latoria killed herself and called it a profound disrespect to take someone's life and then try to blame them for their own death. Then he sentenced Johnny Skip Chapple to life in prison without the possibility of parole, plus 10 additional years. In simple terms, that means Skip will spend the rest of his life in the custody of the state of Georgia. Legally, that's where his story ends. But before we close this out, I want to give you my final thoughts on everything we've seen, the evidence, the trial, and the people left living with the outcome. Now that the verdict is in, I want to step back from the evidence and just talk to y'all for a second. Because this case isn't just about a gun, a letter, or a stack of reports. It's about a real woman who never made it out of that house. Latoria Nanny Waller was somebody's daughter, somebody's niece, somebody's backbone. She wasn't born a case number. She didn't grow up dreaming of being an exhibit in court or a name in a news article. She had people who depended on her, laughed with her, called her when life got heavy. She had flaws, habits, good days, bad days, just like all of us. And in the middle of all that regular life, on a night that was supposed to be about love, she died on the floor of her own home with a bullet in her chest. When I do these videos, I'm not here to play prosecutor, defense attorney, or judge. I'm here to walk through what happened, what the documents say, and how the system responded. Sometimes that means I've got to admit I got something wrong, like I did with the gun. Sometimes that means I point out things that don't line up, like the CPR testimony. But under all of that, I never want to lose sight of the simple truth. Somebody's whole world ended that night, and somebody's whole family is still living with the fallout. Watching the body cam, reading these interviews, and going through the GBI reports, it's easy to get caught up in the details. What time did this happen? Who said what? Where was the gun? Where was the suitcase? What did the letter say? But for her father, it's not about timestamps and case numbers. For her aunt, it's not about ballistic charts and diagrams. For them, it's about a chair that's empty at every family gathering, a phone that doesn't ring anymore, a hug they don't get to feel again. A Baldwin County jury looked at all of this and decided that Johnny Skip Chapple was responsible for taking her life. The judge gave him life without parole plus 10 years. And on paper, that's justice. That's the system saying, we see what happened here, and we're not letting it slide. But no sentence, not life, not death, not 100 years, brings her back. The best the courts can do is draw a line and say, this is as far as you go. The pain stays with the family forever. Doing this series reminded me how messy real cases are. How you can have strong science on one side and weird unanswered details on the other. How a case can be one or two questions away from a mistrial. How a person's whole future can come down to what 12 strangers believe after a few days in a courtroom. It also reminded me why I try to be as honest and transparent as possible when I talk to y'all. When I misread something or moved too fast, I owe you a correction. When something doesn't add up, I owe you the truth that it doesn't add up. If I'm going to ask you to sit with me through these hours of body cam and reports, I have to respect you enough to keep it real, even when that means saying, I was wrong on this part. And for anybody watching this who's in a situation that feels toxic, unsafe, or out of control, I hope cases like this make you think. Not because I'm here to preach to you, but because you can see how fast things can go left and never come back. One argument, one bad night, one person who refuses to walk away, and suddenly there's police tape, detectives, and a family begging a judge to understand their pain. To Latoria's family, if you ever hear this, I hope you can tell I tried to handle her story with respect. I know this is not entertainment to you. This is your real life, your real loss, and your real grief. All I can do is shine a light on what happened, correct the record where it needs correcting, and say her name out loud so she doesn't just disappear into a line in a file. To everybody who watched this series, who caught details in the comments, who challenged me when something didn't sound right, I appreciate you. Y'all remind me this isn't just me talking into a mic. It's a community trying to understand how these cases really unfold. That's why I show you the paperwork. That's why I admit when I miss something. And that's why I keep doing these deep dives. So we're not just reacting to headlines, we're actually learning what happened. Latoria Nanny Waller, daughter, niece, backbone of her family. May she rest in peace, and may her story stand as a reminder that behind every police report and every body cam clip, there's a real person whose life can't be replaced. My name is Marcel from Georgia Crime Files and Atlanta Crime Files. Thank you for walking through this story with me. Until the next one, God bless. Camera off.